I went down the white hallway. All my friends were like, bro, what a cool necklace. But when I went down MLK, them niggas talking about me something serious.
Like when we were kids, we used to put quarters in our shoes to call our parents after skating. Did you put quarters in foreskin?
I'm Jason, uncircumcised.
Are there any real Canadian people that are dope?
We just talked for 2 hours. What do you need us there to fucking entertain you for?
Hey, don't be a dickhead. If you're gonna save up the money that it takes to buy an engagement ring, right? You're gonna make this fucking elaborate, oh, we're gonna go to Alaska and there's gonna be a white whale coming up through the fucking ice. And at the time he does it, I'm gonna say, will you marry me? And the bitch says no.
My school was built on a farm, and I thought I was a gangster motherfucker.
Just when I need a woman to tell me what Father's Day is about.
That's Father's Day.
Nurses and teachers, that's my MO. Like, your dance moves definitely don't say Italian, motherfucker.
Tell me when and when I can't have a boner.
I never slept with anybody from my high school.
You ain't gonna be able to date her. She'll be texting the kids.
The gay bar I used to go to was called The Shaft. And can I have some pussy, please?
Atlanta, Montreal, and Kansas City. Broadcasting on Twitch TV. You're listening to the 80 Proof Podcast with Chris Rucker, J-Bomb, and Ad Meyer. So grab a drink. We're live.
We are live. Patreon.com/80proof. I'm Rucker along with J-Bomb and Ad Meyer. And I got like an issue. I just had, right before the show started, the wall behind my computer, the biggest fucking cockroach crawled down the wall.
Cockroach?
Yeah.
A water bug?
Yeah, it's one of those
A water bug and a
sizes.
cockroach are two different things completely.
No, they're the same fucking thing.
Actually, a water bug is like over 3 inches. Cockroaches are under 3 inches. Learned that the other day.
It was a water bug then, because this thing was huge, right? So I get a shoe, and I come back, and I can't find it. Y'all saw all that, right?
Well, I seen you look up and look down and fucking throw your headphones.
Yeah. Scared the shit out of me, right? So then, out of nowhere, I look behind me, and some kind of way he went from this wall to that wall.
Oh no, you have more than one, dude.
To
Yeah,
the
one
window,
one.
to the wall.
It was the same one. Know how I know? Because when I went to hit it off of the wall, it flew.
Does he have clippers in the front or just antennae?
I mean, I didn't look that close.
If he's just got antennae, it's a roach. If he's got little clippers, it's a water bug.
Whatever it was. I haven't
Not
had
welcome.
I haven't had arrow out here in a few months, and I'm in the basement, so yeah. But this is the time of year they try to come in. Like, I usually find a bunch of them dead outside, like not a bunch of them, but like a couple around this time of year, like dead around the borders of your house.
What, you get weird bugs down in Georgia?
Fuck yeah, bud.
Ugh.
You serious?
We don't have any of that stuff up here, man.
Yeah, because
The
it gets
only-
cold and all the bugs die.
The only bugs I allow to live in my house are the little fucking centipede things, because they kill all the other bugs. Spiders, fucking water bug, cockroach, whatever you want to call them, ladybugs. None of them motherfuckers are welcome.
Two things you can guarantee are in Canada: bugs that can kill you, and Mexicans.
Wow.
So yeah,
¿Qué pasa?
so how the fuck y'all been since Monday?
Super.
Super.
Y'all seem very excited to be here. You were just both on After Dark, like testing stuff out, and you were full of energy. And now we go live, and you're both like super.
Well, look, I freaked out, right? Because we
What else
just,
is new?
you know, we texted each other. What was it, like 7 o'clock, Admire? Something around there. And we're like, oh, we have plenty of time, right? So we got on and we put this whole game together. We're gonna play it in the second hour. And
Yanks in the chat. What a good. By the way, welcome Yanks. Sign up for Patreon. I didn't mean to cut you off. His comment made me laugh. He said his girlfriend thinks a water bug is big, but his dick isn't.
poor guy. Well,
Sometimes it'd be like that.
he's Admire's son, right?
Yeah, it's a family trait.
Yeah, apparently. No, but we're gonna play a game in the second hour. But what happened was we got on, we got intricate, and then I don't know even how we started talking about Admire's mic, but we did. We started fucking around with that, and all of a sudden I look at the clock and I'm like, shit, we're 20 minutes from 9, 20 minutes from showtime, and only half the brackets photos were found. So I panicked, and my anxiety is high, but I think we're okay.
We shall prevail.
Yes.
We always do. It's always a good time. Go ahead.
Yeah. Shout out, is that what you call it? Anyways, free, if you're new here, well, you're not because you're on Patreon. Anyways, free Twitch shows every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern. And then Patreon 9 on Thursdays. You're so much better at this kind of stuff than I am, Rucker. Seriously.
That Monday show is doing well, I think.
Yeah.
I think it started out slow, but I think the last couple weeks we've done pretty good numbers on there. So shout out to everybody that's watching and tuning in on Mondays, but especially to the people that are here on Thursdays. Like, they pay for this.
Yeah.
You know?
Are we
That's
coming
why
up?
we bring the games over here.
I'm going to pull it out now. Are we coming up on
Whoa. Remember, this is YouTube.
Yeah. No nudity. Don't pull it out.
I didn't say I was going to pull it out. I said going to pull it up. Are we sneaking up on 3 months? Is that the first tier for everybody? Yeah, it's going to be 3 months very shortly. We had a couple days.
You know what that means? Everybody that was subscribed for that $20 a month gets that exclusive. What is it this month? A sticker? The first month?
I think it's a sticker.
I think it's a sticker. Hold on.
I mean, we can't control what the prices are. I think a sticker's kind of lame to be 3 months in, but
Nah.
what it is.
No, man. Put that sticker on your car. Represent.
yeah, what do? We what is our tiers? Let me talk amongst yourself. Let me see what it is. Oh, 80 Proof is offering an exclusive sticker. Okay, that's at 3 months. That's at 3 months.
Is it at the beginning of 3 months or the end of 3 months?
As long as you paid your third month, it's going to be coming to you in the mail. But here's the thing: you must have put your address in. If you didn't put your address in when you subbed, you're gonna be screwed for it. You're not gonna get it.
No, I mean, you can still do it, right?
Yes, you still
Yeah.
have time. You absolutely still have time.
Yeah, you can still do it. We don't control the exclusive merch. We just control the design of it.
Correct.
As far as the shipping and all that, like, if you get a little impatient after your 2 weeks and you haven't gotten it, like we'll do the best we can to keep up with shipping and stuff like that, but we don't control when it goes out, when it gets printed and all that. That is all Patreon.
But yeah, if there is an issue, let us know because we will right the wrong no matter what.
We'll do whatever we can to do it.
I mean,
we got to give you some free shit from us. We will.
We've done Patreon before. We haven't owned it. I did it on Talkmania. We didn't give any free merch out. What we did was, we did give free merch out, but we took care of it manually. So when people hit, 3 months, 6 months, they got t-shirts, they got stickers, they got that kind of shit. But I physically went and did it. So if we find out that Patreon is just horrible at this, then I mean, we'll just fucking change it and we'll do it manually. And
I don't think it will be. I think it'll be all right. I mean, Patreon's been around for a while now. Enough people, podcasts, wrestlers, shit like that use Patreon and have tiers like this. I don't think there'll be an issue.
It's just because the lenses don't work and it kind of freaks me out.
I think the lenses work too. You just got to have a good signal.
Bro, I've been in my house lensing, like in 100% Wi-Fi, great signal. And it's just absolutely.
I found when you do a lens, when you hit like the upload or whatever, you have to let it sit there a minute for it to go through. You cannot change off the screen.
You got to sit there, and if it fails, you got to nail it. That's what you got to do.
This is these guys bitching about a lens not working right now.
Oh God. Episode 8, episode 7. I'm trying to find out. I don't know if I could see it.
What are you looking for?
Like, okay, so I'm in my admin here on Patreon, and I don't want to fuck around with it too much. You guys are both subbed, or you guys both subbed to it as well?
Yeah. Here, I'm putting a screenshot of what it looks like. Tara just sent it to me.
The sticker?
Puts a note. It doesn't show the sticker, but it puts a note on your Patreon app. If you open it, it says 80 Proof is offering an exclusive sticker.
Okay.
I just put it in our chat.
So that's we got a lens going there. So that's what's coming out. I think it's sticker, and then I don't remember. I know there's a
sticker. It's poster.
Yeah.
I think t-shirt was the third one. The third or fourth one was the shirt.
There's 4, right? So we know there's a t-shirt, a sticker, a poster.
And I think one's a mug, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, so then it probably goes sticker, mug, poster, t-shirt.
Yeah.
That's my guess.
Something like that.
Yeah, we have
people that signed up would know, right? They would know because it would tell them.
Yeah, I guess.
I'm bug paranoid right now, man. You know how embarrassing it would be if I'm just sitting here and a big fucking cockroach goes up my wall? Like, that's like ghetto ass shit right there.
Then we'll have to label the episode with special guest, the roach.
It's not too classy.
That was a big fucking bug, man. Like, he could have played in NBA.
I got a question for the both of you.
Promise you he could have got a rebound. Go ahead.
So I went over to my buddy's house, the pilot, tonight. Nobody in here. Yeah. I'll share this on Patreon. Twitch, I would be a little bit more reluctant. Anyways, his sister was over.
Uh-oh.
And his sister's friends with this girl that grew up in our area. And she's lived in England. She's a teacher in England for the last 7 years.
Is this the bitch you've mentioned before?
Wow.
No, I thought that one of your friends had a sister or something that was a bitch or something. Carry on.
No,
Carry on.
well, probably. There's a good chance of that, but that's not this one. Anyway, sister's great, but her friend was over. She's down from England for 5 weeks, right? But she grew up here. Like, I think she went to the same high school as we did. She was at my buddy's wedding. Long story short, she's been teaching in England for 7 years. And she's in the pool. We're sitting around the pool. And I hear them I overhear them talking. And I'm going, why does she have a British accent?
Didn't you say she was from England?
No, she's from here. She's lived in England for 7 years, right? And here's my question. Do you think she's full of shit? Like, can you literally change countries, right? For 7 years. That's not that long. You know, you lived here for 30, you've been there for 7, and she's like, "Oi, mate, how's it going?" And I'm like,
I was gonna ask if it was like a full-on accent or if it was just like certain words. Because if it's certain words, certain like parts of the dialect, I could see that.
Right.
I do it. I do it here. Like, I wasn't always this fucking country when I talk. I am now because I've been living in Georgia for 20 years. But to change your entire way of speaking in 7 years, you're an asshole.
Okay, so I agree with you, right? I completely agree with you. Since we all became friends, since I met Rucker and we started doing all the Zoom stuff, I started using y'all in my vocabulary. I never ever used that word before, but I wouldn't say y'all, I'd say y'all. So I understand like certain words, maybe like certain catchphrases, things like that. But I mean, I'm not a dick, but I just said, you were at Buddy's wedding. She goes, yeah. I said, you grew up here, didn't you? She goes, yeah. I said, what the fuck? Why do you have a British accent? She goes, oh, I've been, teaching there for 7 years. And I'm like, all right. And it was very thick in the first 20, 30 minutes that I was there.
Her being a teacher, though, I think may have more to do with it because I think maybe she has to relate to who she's teaching more. And if she had just a regular Canadian accent as opposed to the British accent, maybe they don't understand her as well. So
Correct.
She's been used to breaking it down for them. So I don't know. I think she can have a little bit of a pass.
I'm with you here. And she even said it. I work with adolescents. I work in a school.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, cool. Everything was flowing, right? It's believable. It's plausible. It would come in and out. And I thought that made sense, right? Because she's Canadian, so on certain words, maybe this, maybe that. Until we got to the point where she had a nickname here, and I just asked her, I said, what's your real name? And her real name is Brittany, right? And I mean, this is your name. It was, she didn't say Brittany. She said, Brittany.
Ugh, that's horrible.
So when I heard that one, right, I thought to myself, I go,
Harry Potter.
yeah. I said,
Hey, governor.
like, listen, my mother-in-law was from England. She lived here 30, 40 years. She still had an accent.
It's contagious.
My grandmother lived here. She lost her accent.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like no matter what, wherever you live for the rest of your being, your name, like wherever you are, no matter how long you've lived there, I feel like you would always say your name the same way.
I wonder if the people in England make fun of her because of her, her accent has to sound fake to
Honestly, it doesn't sound fake. It was pretty fucking legit. Like I actually, when I first heard it from the side of the pool, I said, oh, fuck, maybe she was from England, moved here, and now she's back in England. And because I never talked to her before. So I thought maybe she is British. But when the name came out and it was Brittany, I was like,
did you make her feel at home? And instead of saying you got nice titties, you said, I like your floppers. Because that's British.
You have a nice fanny.
no, I didn't say any of that. But this girl is known for she's got. Thank God we're on Patreon.
She's got what? I missed it. I was
huge tits, like monstrous. Yeah,
floppers. They're called floppers in England.
But what I'm getting at is I remember I had a friend, and he lived in Australia for 3 years, and he came back, and we were at a bar, and he started saying words with an Australian accent. I just looked at him and said, "Bitch, come on."
But people seem to do that.
Phrases, maybe.
Your wife put it in there. Her mom's accent used to get stronger when she'd go home and visit family.
Mm-hmm.
My ex-wife, when she would go visit her family in Texas, all of a sudden she turned into some Southern bitch.
Okay, but you're leaving England to come back here.
Yeah,
well,
everything. All your examples admire people going home.
Yeah,
she's coming home and still speaking that way. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, you know how people are. Like she wants y'all to know she was in England.
That's what I felt like. I felt like it was that humble brag where she knows that I've heard her speak before. And honestly, I was just like, I don't want to ask her because I think she's asking me to ask her, but I had to. I had to.
I would have made fun of her. Would you like a spot of tea?
Oh, there was a little bit of making fun of it.
Oi. Dude, that's funny. Like what Tara put in there. Dude, she talks in her sleep all the time. The other night in her sleep, she had a fucking English accent. She fucking straight up fucking did Charlie bit me. Ouch, that really hurt in her fucking sleep. Like,
what would you do if your woman's talking in her sleep and she starts it's clearly sexual and it's like one of your friends' names?
I'd fucking drop an elbow on her and be like, oops, I'm sleeping.
She wakes up, you got an attitude with her. You got no fucking idea. She's like, what is the problem? I know what you and Jay did last night. What?
I think you got to take it to the next level, to be honest. I think if your girl is laying there out of it enough to be talking in her sleep, she starts mentioning somebody you know's name. Whip it out, man. Whip it out and put it there.
What out?
Your penis.
She's asleep, though.
Yeah, but whip it out.
Yeah, that's called rape, man.
You're married.
Yeah, if you're married, it's called a struggle snuggle. It's not rape.
Yeah. I mean, dude, put it this way, right? If I woke up and my cock was in my wife's mouth, I am mad.
But if she woke up and your dick was in her mouth, I'm sure she'd be a little annoyed.
But here's the thing. I go, she might be annoyed, but I said, you know, you kind of had some fun with it, and you were saying James the entire time. So who the fuck is James? And why were you sucking his dick in the dream?
She's like, James? You know James, he owns a Chevy Cavalier.
Oh, come on.
That's what I was going to say. Fuck.
Damn it. I set myself up for that, eh?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Speaking of Tara, your girl posted she sent you that screenshot, and I just looked at it from the thing. How are you on 9% in 2022, the year of our Lord, with no fucking lightning bolt running through your battery percentage? You gotta do better, lady.
She's on her phone all the time. It's always fucking
Give
dying.
a shit. 9%, and it's in the red, and you have no charger connected to it. What do you do if it dies?
What's your percentage of battery when you start to panic, when you say, okay, I like, you can no longer enjoy your phone. You have to plug it in.
It depends on what time of day it is, where you are, if you have access to a charger, how lazy I'm feeling, right? Like if I'm on one end of the couch and the charger's on the other end of the couch, sometimes I'm like, fuck it, no more phone tonight. Like, I'm not moving.
I had this experience this morning. What's it feel like when you wake up in the morning, though, and you forgot to plug your phone in? Or even worse, you did plug your phone in, but somehow you fucked it up, right? And you pick up that phone, you put it in your pocket, you get in your car, you're driving to work. First thing you look at, you open it up, you go, 16%?
Yeah.
How the fuck am I supposed to get through this day, man?
I mean, I have chargers
everywhere.
Dies. Yeah, I have chargers everywhere, though. And Admar's got that fucking pack on the back of his.
Yeah, I got my battery pack. It's when I sit here at work, it's plugged in. When I'm in the car, it instantly gets plugged in. Like my phone's never gonna die.
Yeah, because my Apple CarPlay in my truck only works through USB, so I automatically just plug it in and go like that. But yeah, I have a charger everywhere I go. You know, there's a charger in my room right now. There's a charger upstairs. There's a charger in my truck. There's a charger at work. Like no matter where I go, I should have access to a cell phone charger.
So you mentioned Apple CarPlay. You have Apple CarPlay in your car, Admar. Do you have that too?
Something similar.
Okay, here's the thing. I bought a car in 2019, and I was so excited to get the, plug it in. You got your GPS in your car now, right?
Yep.
So excited. Literally the next model out, you no longer have to plug it in. Your phone just needs to be in the car. It automatically connects to the Apple CarPlay or whatever it's called. And if you put your phone on the console or in the glove compartment, motherfucker charges.
Wireless charging.
Nice.
I'm thinking of I don't have that in my truck, the wireless charging, but I would love to. So in my console has a cutout right here for you to put your phone on, and you can replace that and make it a wireless charger. And I kind of want to do that, but I was watching a YouTube video and it was just like so much work.
Do you find like I have to plug in my phone to get GPS on my screen in my car?
Yeah, same here.
And then when I do that, I can no longer Bluetooth music. It's done through CarPlay.
Yeah, once you're plugged in, you can't Bluetooth at the same time. It's either a USB or Bluetooth.
So I'm at USB.
Not true.
Well, hold on. In my car, it is. And here's the problem. When you USB, your music is absolutely trash. Like the volume, the amperage is no longer your car's amp. It's your fucking phone's amp, which is dog shit. But the worst part is that if you don't have, this is my experience, if I'm not using the official Samsung plug, the ones that you buy like at the corner store or the ones you buy on Amazon, I've realized something about these. They flicker. no matter how new it is, I thought I just had bad connections. No matter how new it is, these cheap ones from China, well, they're all from China, but the cheap ones will just flicker for a second, and then I'll lose my connection to Apple CarPlay, and then I lose my GPS, and then it comes right back. But it's fucking annoying.
So I have a work phone and a personal phone, and usually, I mean, it's a dumb thing to do, but I do it anyway. When I'm using GPS all day and streaming things, I use my work phone. If there's gonna be wear and tear on the phone throughout the day, I'm using my work phone. I'm not gonna, like, I know my phone is built to withstand all of that, right? But I still use my work phone for all that. So when I get in my truck, coming from work, I hook up my work phone and I use that for GPS, check on traffic and shit. And then I'm playing music. My personal phone automatically connects to Bluetooth, and my Apple Music automatically starts. And then Apple CarPlay is what the GPS and shit is on. And yeah, they both connect and work at the same fucking time. And sometimes if say I get a call on my way home from work, right? I'm on the phone with a sales rep. My regular phone rings, I can answer it and it'll hang up on the fucking work phone. My personal phone via Bluetooth takes precedent over the Apple CarPlay that's plugged in. My truck's like, yeah, get the fuck out of here. He's off work if he's in here. He don't need to be talking to you.
So it should be. Honestly, I feel like technology is amazing. Don't get me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But as soon as I plugged in that furthest time to Apple CarPlay, I thought, we're not there yet. We're not there yet. I still have to have this fucking wire in my car. And then, we need to cross that threshold, man. I don't think we're there yet. I feel like technology got to this point that was so sick, but there's just this little lack of it being fully embedded in our lives seamlessly.
It's almost like they're afraid to do it. Like they don't want to give us the full experience. It's like they're holding back. Dude, have you heard the audio from 1969, the moon talking to Earth? It sounds perfect. And I get drop fucking calls all the time.
I don't know if that happened, though.
How is this possible?
They're going to the moon again, like in 6 days. You know that?
I'm sure it's still there.
No, they're doing another moon mission in 6 days, and somehow the media is not talking about it. But I just feel like I agree with you. I feel like cell phone reception is absolute dog trash, absolute garbage. The fact that you drop calls, the fact that sometimes it sounds like a robot, the fact that sometimes you can't hear them, it's crazy. But I feel like I have Alexas everywhere. But the fact that I just can't bring an Alexa into my home, and my home could already just set up Alexa for me, where I just got to plug that bitch in and we're good to go, drives me nuts. We're still mapping out how things connect to one another.
I just learned something about my computer. If I hit Shift F, it blows up the fucking screen.
I'm worried to try it right now.
I'm on an app. I'm on a Mac.
Oh yeah.
I have Mac everything, and I wasn't clicked in because you said put an F in the chat if you're here, and I was trying to be a smart ass, and I wasn't clicked on the chat. It was just my shit was hovering, and I hit Shift F, and the YouTube window just blew up and took over the whole screen. It maximized. I was like, oh, cool. My son, by the way, real quick.
Yep.
My son comes downstairs today. I'm trying to take a nap, and he's like, my nephew Isaiah, my son was building him a keyboard, a gaming keyboard. He's been doing this shit for 3 months now.
He's building a keyboard?
Yeah, he's been doing it for 3 months now. The fucking thing lights up. It's like this big, right? It lights up. The space bar makes noises when he hits it. It's got little pictures of Minecraft characters on it and shit. Crazy, right? What?
I need to talk to your son. That's the fucking coolest. I didn't know that was possible that you could do this.
You want me to tell him to bring it down here?
Yes, please.
I'll see if he's still awake.
So what? He bought different components. He's assembling them, and he's putting all the buttons themselves are little screens that he could push in now.
No. The buttons are just regular buttons, like keyboards and shit, right? But it lights up.
It fucking flexes. He goes, look at this. He goes, you can push it really hard and it'll flex. And I said, I'm being a smart ass. I go, what is that for? When you rage quit and like, so it won't break? He was like, actually, yeah.
What do you mean?
So when we get
flexes,
mad
though?
and we start fucking bamming on the computer, it flexes.
What flexes though?
The keyboard. Like the keyboard, like, all right, the keyboard's like this.
Yeah.
And you push on it too hard, it gives, so you're not breaking it.
Oh, he rage quits. Holy shit. How does he have it where you hit the space bar and it makes a noise?
I mean, not a noise, but like the clicking of the buttons, you know.
Oh, okay.
Like kids like that
yeah, the ASMR shit there.
The audible
Yeah.
click.
Right. So he's got it to where it makes a cooler noise. And I was like, well, my keyboard doesn't make a noise. And I like it. He's like, well, your keyboard is trash. I'm like, wait a minute. Like, I paid $120 for this keyboard. You tell me it's trash?
You remember when we were in, like, I don't know, I guess we were in high school, and the keyboards that they had then, they actually, they're very similar to this. You see how, like, the buttons are huge on here? This is a mechanical keyboard. This is the hype. This is what everybody wants for gaming, because it's literally like,
to me again.
It's like this. The keys are big like that.
It looks a little bit like his.
Yeah, and it makes that like.
Mine's all light up and shit.
Yeah, but let me see the
shit.
let me.
Just
First of all, Rucker, that is the greatest keyboard ever made. That's the best thing that Mac has ever made. That keyboard is absolutely the best thing ever.
And I never have to charge it.
Yeah, it's
I've
battery.
charged it probably 3 times since I've had it. If that, like every now and then, it's a couple times it's like gone out as I'm trying to use it, and I'll charge it for like an hour, and then it's good to go until who knows when.
But it's crazy how the trend of having a mechanical keyboard came back, because they switched over to the flat keyboards like you have, and what the gamers don't like about it is that they want to feel the click, they want to feel the resistance in the key. So they actually went back old school to the ones that we used to have in high school. They were like tick 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 tick.
I didn't even pay attention to that. So like, okay, so this is the one I'm on now on my personal.
Yeah,
giant buttons, but my work keyboard is right here and it's flat.
Yeah.
And I said which one. I meant which one that I built. I built 2.
The one you showed me earlier. Come.
Your
shirt on backwards.
Your primary Admire, you can take the buttons off. Oh, that is beautiful.
This thing is heavy.
Dude, I love it.
Look how thick that is.
Okay, click the space bar. Let me hear
I
that.
love it.
I want to hear that.
You ready?
Yeah.
That one's the bad one.
Okay.
Oh, my bad. That's the bad one.
Okay, all right.
This one's the good. You can't touch this one. This one's not mine.
What do you mean I can't touch? Boy, give me the computer. Give me the keyboard.
It's for the show.
I'm just gonna hit the button.
Mm-hmm. Oh, make him go like this. I want to hear.
Push a bunch of them at once. Hey, why are you looking so excited right now?
Because honestly, I can't hear him. He's got to come closer to the mic to hear that.
Here, do it closer to the mic. We should have did this on Mondays when we do ASMR.
Oh yeah. Ooh, that's a nice sound.
He said that's a good sound.
Because it's crazy, the little connections.
This one costed like $190.
Cost them $190 to build that.
Yeah,
one.
no shit. Because you can actually, on any keyboard, you could take the button off, and then there's a connection piece.
And the aluminum one's like 310 something.
He's got an aluminum one also.
Yeah,
That's his.
Jesus Christ.
it's pretty hot.
Yeah.
I like it.
Jay does gaming too on computers instead of the console.
Cool.
Put your keyboard up again, Jay.
No, it's I'm ashamed of
Just
it.
put it.
I don't know. It's
He
shameful.
said he's ashamed after
Yeah,
you showed yours.
yeah. I got
Put yours up
I
so
got
you
a
can see
shitty.
it.
I got a shitty red dragon, bro.
It's a red dragon.
Yeah, it's a piece of shit.
I mean, honestly, I've seen that one before. It's not bad for the price.
No, yeah, it's not bad for the price. It was like $80.
Basically, Trey just said you cheap ass.
Yeah.
keyboard.
Honestly, though, if I ever come to Georgia,
Better
I'm
than your stock Apple one.
I don't know. I like it. You hear him talking about my Apple?
yeah.
Here,
Yes,
ask him
I
about
do.
mine.
What's your Apple computer? 'Cause
He
Apple
said, "Look
computers are
here."
garbage.
Here, ask him about mine. It's a Steel Series.
It's a Steel Series. He just took a deep breath.
Yeah, Steel Series is a rip, man. It's all about the name. It's a piece of shit.
I want to be honest, but you spent money on it though.
Here,
That's the
ask
thing.
him about my mouse, my Steel Series mouse.
I have no idea about mice.
Still,
Okay.
he says he didn't know about. Yeah, you know, his keyboard does all that for him. He didn't need a mouse.
I'll tell you this, man. I could sit down and talk to that kid for quite a while about some cool shit. That's awesome.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
Say bye to everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, he's growing up so fast.
Growing up, he's damn near taller than I am.
I know the kid like came in. He's like a fucking adult. What the hell?
Every time I mention
I said
it,
almost taller than me.
every time I mention it, you say, no, you're not going to be taller than me.
Oh no, you're gonna be taller than me. You're just not now.
Pretty soon you're not gonna be able to whoop his ass.
But can you whoop my ass?
Jay, you got so excited listening to those computer keys,
Dude. Honestly, like I play PC games on a controller because I grew up console, but I type all day, every day. It's my thing. And I do get off on the nice sounds and somebody putting effort into wanting to hear certain sounds where the numbers are different than the keys, that are different than the space bar, that are different than the arrows and the F keys. It's nice. I mean, that's attention to detail. I appreciate that.
You know the funny thing? So I wouldn't be able to tell you the first thing about building a keyboard or like his grandfather got him one of those Alien Gear computers to game with. And he's like, he gets all this money for his birthday and Christmas, right? And he's never spending any of it because he doesn't fucking leave the house. So he's got thousands of dollars saved up. Next thing you know, he's like ordering all this shit. He's rebuilding the key. The fan was too loud.
Yeah.
This might have been flammable. Like every time I go in there, he's like soldering shit together, right? Like shit I could never do. Motherfucker comes down here, shirt's on backwards and inside out.
Listen, man, I grew up with a guy just like that. He became a programmer. Motherfucker makes $450,000 a year.
Sheesh.
So
yeah, I mean that's
if Drake can make that, you're gonna retire early.
right. If he gives me any of it.
mm-hmm.
But you know the difference with that is though, like the guy you're friends with, he got into it before everybody wanted to get into it. Now, damn near every kid wants to be a gamer or a developer or a
yeah, but
whatever,
he's a
you know what I
programmer.
mean?
There's still a huge amount of programming. It's still an untapped trade, I would say. But the difference is you can't go to trade school for it. You actually have to go to university.
Well, now college is free here in America.
Yeah. What the fuck?
So yeah, you know, everybody's gonna have a degree now. I think I'm gonna go back to school.
You let's take a break. We'll come back. Let's talk about that after the break.
Sounds good.
All right, we're back. Here's your penis.
Vagina.
Like this song if you like vaginas. I also like vaginas. Watching porn, blowing on my dick like a basset horn. Jizz on your mom like a snowstorm. I've been fucking bitches since I was a newborn. Row, 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 row your boat. Little Barnacle is the fucking goat. I take a shit and then it floats. My jizz looking like some cream cheese toast.
I like Elmo cause he's red. I do not like whole wheat bread. I don't want to go to bed. Ball tires, they have no tread. A, B, C, D, E, F, Gilly. H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, puppy. Q, R, S, T, U, vagina. W, X, Y, and a zebra.
Condom on the dick, looking like a Tic Tac. Got some lotion, rub it on my ball sack. Eat her ass like a flapjack in the whip, bumping Nickelback. Yeah, I like porn. 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 It makes my dick hard. It makes my dick hard. It makes my dick hard.
Bags in a late night. You want me to tell you that you are mine? That all these new girls don't feel right. 80 proof talking, now you all mine. No, you don't play both sides, and I don't wanna waste your time, but I'm trying to see if you're a rider. Sick of all the distance, and I'm trying to be beside you. Baby, I'm too fucked up. I don't know what I'm saying, but I know I'm being honest. I know you be sprung up. I know you want love, but I told you wait, please don't run away. Cause I don't wanna rush into this thing. I'll put these hoes away for a rainy day. But first I gotta know if you gon' stay. Come take over my brain, cause I don't wanna think about this fucking ice cold world that we in. Heart full of all this hate, fuck they lemonade. I like sipping 80 proof straight with no chase. I like sipping 80 proof. Pull that shit up till I black out, then I tell the truth. For these runners and these stunners, I just wanna know ya. One and done 'em, but I need someone to get up closer. This shit new to me, no. I don't wanna lose my control. I swear that you found me at my lowest. When I'm sober, I don't ever show it. Told you wait, please don't run away. Cause I don't wanna rush into this thing. I'll put these hoes away for a rainy day. But first I gotta know if you gon' stay. Come take over my brain, cause I don't wanna think about this fucking ice cold world that we in. Heart full of all this hate, fuck they lemonade. I like sipping 80 proof straight with no chase. Baby, I'm too fucked up. I don't know what I'm saying, but I know I'm being honest. I know you be sprung up. I know you want love, but I told you wait, please don't run away. Cause I don't wanna rush into this thing. I'll put these hoes away for a rainy day. But first I gotta know if you gon' stay. Come take over my brain, cause I don't wanna think about this fucking ice cold world that we in. Heart full of all this hate, fuck they lemonade. I like sipping 80 proof straight with no chase.
If you're new here, please don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell.
From the unknown, I ran away, I don't think I'm coming back home. Like a crawl space, it's a dark place I roam. Ain't no right way, just the wrong way, I know. I problem solve with styrofoam. My world revolves around a black hole. The same black hole that's in place of my soul. I'm empty, I
Welcome
feel
back.
so goddamn
80 proof. Speaking of Trey, he wants to know what kind of switch y'all had on y'all's keyboard.
What kind of what?
Switch.
He said, ask them what switches their keyboards have.
Dude, you don't know that shit.
What the fuck
Well,
does that
you
mean?
don't, Admire. I think Jay does.
I
Jay
honestly
doesn't?
don't know what that means. What
Oh.
switch? Is that like if I could have it flat or not flat? I don't switch.
Yeah, we don't know what that means.
No.
He doesn't know what that means.
Wait, switch or is you know what? I have a feeling he's asking me about like a setting, but tell him I'm old and
I did already.
even though I'm a PC player, I still use an Xbox Pro controller. Not even
I
a Pro
love that he
controller.
said, I want to comment on your keyboard, but you paid money for it. Like, what a diplomatic way to be like, your keyboard's a piece of shit.
Well, it's you know what? Here's the thing, okay, and I learned it too. Steel Series is a ripoff. They make certain things good and certain things poorly, but they're
It came with
attractive.
my computer. I don't know.
I mean,
Yeah,
listen,
I'm like you, Admire. Like, I buy the basic shit. Like, I don't need to do. I don't need a fuck. Why do I need my keyboard to light up? I got the lights on when I use it.
dude.
What do I need to light up for?
Okay, you see this? What does it look like?
It's an Xbox controller.
Okay, it's an Xbox controller, right? But look what I could do, right?
Mhm.
I can remove.
But what if that happens while you're playing?
It doesn't. It's
You know?
magnetic. Okay.
You're playing defense on 3rd and 18. Fucking the guy drops back, hits a slant across the middle. You're about to do a hit stick, and then your button falls off.
First off,
Now he's got a first down. And you're about to lose the game.
you're not using this controller to play Madden. Okay. Here's the thing: is that you know, like when you guys push these buttons on your regular controllers, it's like
No.
cushy. Mine's like a mouse click. And then on top of it, if you look at the top, I have these two triggers. This one, I could shorten it. And then I have two other buttons here. And on the back, I have 4 more buttons. So
I feel like that's too many buttons for me.
while I play, I'm doing this. so that I don't have.
That's too much.
No, because sometimes when you're running, right, you're playing around like this, you have to pull your finger off of here to climb a wall. I don't have to do that anymore. I hit this button over here and I climb the wall. So these buttons become obsolete. So I never have to take my finger off.
Here's an idea. Game developers, develop the game where I don't have to add buttons to my fucking controller in order to do basic shit like climb a wall.
Tell your son I have the Razer Wolverine Ultimate. He's going to say I'm an idiot. I paid way too much for this. This is a $350 Xbox controller.
I don't even think he uses a control. I think he just uses computer controls the whole time. That's why he builds the keyboard.
I'm sure he does. But he's playing Minecraft. He's not playing, PvP.
Yeah, but I mean, they're pretty fucking deep into this Minecraft shit.
Yeah, but it's not a competitive game.
It is when you're playing online.
You're not like, there's not like a split second between you and somebody else killing each other.
You don't know that.
No, I do know that because I played a shitload of Minecraft. You kind of build stuff and then you trap other people. So,
man, whatever. Just protect the taco. That's all you got to do.
All right.
Whatever that means.
So Biden got rid of, if I understand this correctly as a Canadian, he's getting rid of 10 grand of student loans if you make under 125K a year.
He got rid of 10 grand of student loans. Some people qualify for up to 20 grand.
How little money do you have to make to qualify for 20?
I don't know the rules. This will probably sound dickheadish. I think it's stupid. I mean, first off, education is too expensive in our country. The amount they charge to go to college is stupid. But these people also took out a loan knowing how much they were taking out. If you took out 150 grand in student loans to get a gender studies degree, you fucking deserve it. I mean,
well, you're going to get 10 grand off because there's no way you're making 125K now.
Right.
But
it's just,
does the loan have to be a government grant loan, or can it be any loan?
No, here's the thing. Don't nobody know. Everybody's freaking out. Everybody's celebrating. Everybody's one way or the other. Nobody fucking knows.
If anybody does know in the chat, call into the show and explain it to us, because I am curious.
They don't know either. But my feeling on it is, on one hand, I agree. Like, if you can't afford to go to a very expensive school, then don't fucking do it. And then get this fucking huge debt coming out to begin with. On the other hand, I don't think you should have to have a huge debt to go get higher education.
Mm-hmm.
Like, some of the prices and shit these schools are paying or charging are just stupid, right? There's some of us. I started college. I didn't finish because we started having kids and I had to work, right? My wife graduated, paid off her student loan. So this doesn't affect us. But there's people out there like, well, what about all the money I paid back? Okay, I feel like you can't get mad and say you need to be responsible and pay your own debt back, and then be upset that you had to be responsible and pay your own debt back. Like, that's a double negative, That's hypocritical. That's you're contradicting yourself.
Wait, say that again. Sorry.
So people are mad,
mm-hmm.
and they're like, if you took a loan out, you're responsible for it. You should have to pay it.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the same breath, they're saying, I had to pay mine back, and they're mad about it.
Yeah.
Like,
oh yeah.
Yeah. You can't, you're either one way or the other, right? I look at it like this. Everybody's like,
is there interest? Sorry. Is there interest on student loans?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's pretty low though.
Yeah. It is there though. But I look at it like this. Like, everybody's mad about, well, we're going to get taxed more, blah, blah, blah. Here's an idea. What about all the taxes that we're taxing for fucking bombs over Baghdad, right? Like, you think it's free to fly over to other countries and fuck with their militaries and spy on them and do all that shit? No. You think it's free to have Secret Service work for every fucking president until they die? No. You think it's free for fucking Joe Biden to say, I want gold-plated toilets all through the White House?
Mm-hmm.
That money's coming from somewhere,
mm-hmm.
right? All the money that's wasted from government officials and shit like that, but you're complaining because people are going to get a little bit of a bailout on getting a higher education. Let's not have a bunch of smart people in the country. Let's just have everybody be And nothing against plumbers, but let's have a bunch of dumbass plumbers walking.
Plumbers
around.
are rich. Plumbers are rich.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Trust me, I know. But they're not the brightest. If they were, they'd wear a belt. That way you wouldn't see their ass crack every time they go underneath the fucking sink.
All right. So to play devil's advocate here, right? I think, okay, so like you said, the government is already collecting X amount of taxes as is. A new idea comes out. And regardless of what the idea is, it's going to add more taxes, right? Now, we don't get to see the what's the word? We don't get to see the fiscal review of how the money is spent that's collected for a certain program from the government, right? So for all we know, let's say they collect $500 billion a year for all the different tax programs they have. For all we know, out of that $500 billion, $35 billion goes into it. The other remaining billions go to, I don't know, dumb shit that we could probably figure out. You know what I mean? It could be done better. So I understand the argument of people saying they never want to add anything, no matter what it is.
I get it.
In Canada right now, we're having another election, and there's a bunch of hot topics. There's teachers getting paid more, nurses getting paid more, mental health being part of healthcare, so it being free. And people are calling in going, dude, every day there's this new thing that we have to pay for taxes.
Right.
So people are freaking out going, I don't want to pay more taxes. I think it would be sick if there was a way to reallocate instead
Shit
of
is being wasted.
Instead of adding, there's here's the 84 things you guys pay taxes for, apart from, the regulars that are kind of untouchable.
Show me your expense reports, government.
Correct.
Let's fucking go line by line.
Yeah.
And let us, the people, vote on what we think should be taken out and where we think the money should be allocated to.
Right.
Because it's our money.
But
remember Elon Musk? Elon Musk said, I'll give you that money if you could show me where it's going to go. And they couldn't. It's the same thing.
So
the government.
Sorry, go ahead.
We need to hold them accountable.
So this is what I thought of. The people elect a government, but then the people during that election have a second portion to the ballot where they elect an auditor.
Yeah, but we have a treasurer for that.
Okay, but the treasurer, I'm going to take a guess here, an assumption. I might be
I
wrong.
bet they hide how much they get paid.
Well, I think I would think that if the left gets hired, it's a left treasurer. That's just my guess. I'm saying completely separate.
It should be an independent auditor.
Yeah. Now, because there's a ton of money that we could reallocate, right? You could reprioritize.
That is nobody's actually independent. Everybody's on the take. Everybody, $1 million man. Everybody's got a price.
Mm-hmm. No, you're right.
So I could come in. I'm down the middle. I agree with Republican. I agree with Democrat. Some things I agree. I'm down the middle as they come. Hire me as the treasurer. Guess what? Motherfucker comes to me says, we're gonna put $2 million a year in your bank account if you just kind of like hide. I'm hiding the shit out of stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Like everybody's got a price. What about the country and the greater good and blah blah blah? This country doesn't give a fuck about me.
Yeah.
You're gonna give me $2 million? I'm gonna hide everything you want me to hide.
Do you think there's a way that the people? Do you think there's a way that we can set it up where that person is unbuyable by offering? No, hold on. No, hear me out here.
We're gonna do a GoFundMe.
I'm saying fucking pay the guy $100 million a year.
Then we gotta pay that in taxes, Jay.
Yeah, but I you know what? I guarantee you, there's more than $100 million of unallocated money.
Oh, I completely agree with you. Like that's why I don't,
or have that guy's salary based off of savings.
I think people that are freaking out about this, I think their anger is misguided. I think both sides of the fence are so frustrated with the government now that everything that they don't agree with, they are so angry about it, and the anger is misguided. The anger needs to be directed at our actual government, not because it's a Democrat and I'm a Republican, not because it's a Republican.
It means nothing.
Democrat.
That means nothing, right?
Our actual government sucks, and that's where our anger needs to go. And until we can get that change, which will never fucking happen because we're too busy fighting with each other. Over what? You know, I get on Facebook today and yesterday when this shit comes down, and all I see is everybody's fucking opinions and everybody fighting in the comment section. And I'm just sitting there watching it like, you telling 300 of your closest friends how you feel about it isn't going to change anything. Like, you getting into arguments and you looking up all these fucking facts that prove your point online isn't going to change anything. Go vote. Go stand outside City Hall and fucking protest.
But that's still the problem. When we vote, we still have to pick between the lesser of two evils.
Right. But that's why we need to start voting independent. Everybody needs to quit being scared and saying, well, I would vote independent, but if I do, I know the Democrats aren't going to vote independent, or I know the Republicans aren't going to vote independent, and then they're going to win. If you believe in something or somebody, vote for them. Don't vote because you're afraid of how somebody else is going to vote. If you think this person can actually change something, then elect them and not elect, well, if I do that, then if I'm dividing my party's votes up and giving it to them, then the other people are going to win. Fuck that. Vote who you think is going to change it.
Yeah. And that's how I will vote. Now, do you think that, okay, so I never took out a student loan. I went straight into, I worked 2-3 jobs in high school, and I've worked ever since.
Same.
Since I've never took a student loan and they're getting $10,000 off their student loan, should I get a $10,000 pass on my taxes?
For what?
Because the government's basically giving them $10,000.
Yeah, but you know what? They're really not. Because we went through this in Canada. We went through this huge, I don't know, guys, you remember the Red Square? Like, this is, okay, about,
the Red Square. Yeah, no fucking.
No, about dude, no. You guys think that as soon as it's Canadian, you guys have never heard of it. I bet you have. I'm talking like big time celebrities were wearing these things to the Oscars. There was a huge movement in Canada. Here, you don't pay for college.
Let me Google this shit. The Red Square.
Well, it's gonna give you Russia. Do Red Square Canada or Red Square Quebec.
Red Square Canada edition.
Basically, at the end of the day,
2012 Quebec student protest.
Yes.
Okay.
So we had Mick Jagger on SNL wearing the Red Square talking about it the same way that what's her name talked about the Pope. That type of shit. What people don't understand.
There's a lot of fucking protests.
Let's be honest, right? I get it. It's gonna help the individual. You're gonna get compensated $10,000 of your student loans. That money is not going to be reallocated. That money is going to be a new tax. So you're going to pay for it. Just as a body of humans. So when, we had the protests here and we have very cheap education. It's about $5,000 a year. They wanted free education. They said we shouldn't have to pay $5,000 a year. It should be absolutely free. What they didn't understand is once they hit the job force, they're going to pay it back.
Yeah, and I mean,
there's only a certain amount of money.
You know what? The whole point of this, all right? They forgive $10,000 in student loans, right? So say your $200 a month student loan payback is no longer $200. Now you have $200. You think people are saving that $200?
No, they're spending.
No, they're going to the bar.
Yeah, they're fucking out spending it, putting it back into the economy. That's the whole point of all this.
I honestly, I'll tell you the truth. I guarantee you it's going to hurt inflation. Y'all just printed $10,000 per person for everybody who has.
But that money is not going to a private company anymore that you borrowed money from.
No,
now that money is going into the economy.
From what I understood, it's only if you had a government grant. Meaning that if you borrowed
Pell Grant,
if you borrowed it from a private lender, you're screwed. So yes.
Okay, I misspoke on that part, but yeah, you know what I mean though.
Yeah, I know what you mean, but
the people you borrowed it from, it's
right, but you don't pay them back, right?
Right.
They're not.
Well, you don't pay them a portion back. If you owe 25,000, now you only owe 15,000.
Okay, agreed, but they're not losing.
Oh no, they're not gonna lose.
No, they're gonna.
So what they're gonna do? They're gonna up their prices.
No, they have to pay that out. The government's gonna pay that out to whoever that money is owed to. They're not just gonna
themselves pretty much.
The president can't just say, "Hey, you know what? You bought that pool from the pool company. You don't have to pay for it." if they want to do that, they have to go and pay that pool company to do that, right?
They're giving themselves money. If they're giving $10,000 off a student loan when most of the student loans are through the government,
Yeah.
they're just funneling that money back to themselves.
But they're printing that money to pay it off.
They're printing. You're right.
Yeah.
They're printing.
They're
that
printing
money.
that money to pay it off.
But colleges are going to say, okay, well, now they're starting to help students pay for it. We're going to up the price.
Yeah, well, that's going to happen as well. But here, it happened here. Justin's like, guys, life is too expensive. I'm going to send y'all $4,500. Guess what happened? We got $4,500, and then 6 months later, that $4,500 was worth $50 because he sent us $4,500.
Which I agree with what Rucker said earlier. Like, education is a great thing. We need smart people to do things. But, I mean,
it's a ploy.
I know a guy that spent hundreds of thousands of dollars to get a degree, and he's a cashier at fucking Walgreens.
Mm-hmm.
So his 10
too.
grand that my taxes is going for really didn't help, become a better citizen.
It all depends on what you go to school for too, right? Like if you rack up $100,000 in student loan debt to be a fucking art look-atterer, like
art look-atterer. That's the greatest explanation ever.
Like I majored in art looking atting and I minored in sociology.
Yeah,
right?
I'm a garlic bread expert.
Yeah, like come on, like I wonder what the percentage of people in the workforce are actually using the degree that they got at a college.
I bet it's low.
Well, the fact that they capped it, dude, like I don't know. Like I'm ignorant here. I don't know what jobs make here in Canada. I don't know what they make in the States. So if a guy graduates from mechanical engineering, he goes and gets his master's degree, right? So he's at the highest level of mechanical engineering. Let's move him 10 years past graduation. What is that person making in the States? How much money per year? Do you guys have any idea?
150, 200.
It depends on where he works.
I don't think it's that high. That's very high.
Do.
That's extremely high.
There's a lot of people making a lot of fucking money in this country.
Here's the thing though. School is free here, right? So do you know how many mechanical engineers graduate every year? More than plumbers. More than people who cut hair.
That just means that that job is diluted now.
It's absolutely saturated, but you paid way more money to get there.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're starting it.
Now you got to be the best of the best of the best of the best of the best.
But even then, you can't be the best of the best without experience. I've hired straight out of the school. I've hired junior engineers. I'm not going to discuss their salary, but I'm telling you right now, they ain't paying off their student loans in 10, 20 years. Yeah. If they had American student loans, it's going to take them a hell of a lot longer than that.
Well,
and that's the problem.
Yeah, something happened in the 90s where colleges became a business instead of education.
Yes, agreed.
Back in the 90s, you could go to fucking a good college for 30 grand. Now, you can't even get in the door of a community college for 30 grand.
I mean, it's everything, though. It's not just colleges. Like, in the 90s, I had my first car, $12. I could fill up the fucking tank. It was 89 cents a gallon.
But I find there's a lot, like there's major things that I learn that happen in the States, major part of like the infrastructure of the country that is not governed. Like your prisons are privately owned for the majority. Your healthcare is privately owned by the majority. And your schools are privately owned by the majority. Those are three of the basic structures of society.
Right.
And the fact that those can be controlled by somebody who's not accountable as much, I guess you could say. I'm not saying that Canada is better. I mean, our government is completely corrupted. Probably more corrupted than you guys because all those things are gone through the government. But I never ever thought my entire life until about 8 months ago that whenever anybody said, oh, it's designed like that to keep you like this, and this is that way because of that, I just thought people were being pussies.
No,
I feel like it's fucking real now.
It's easy. Like Rucker just said, back in the 90s, you paid $12 to fill up your gas. Well, everything has gotten expensive, but the pay has not changed.
The pay is
the pay structure has been the same.
Yeah. So you paid $30,000 for a master's degree in engineering in 1985 to make $150,000, and now in 2022, you can make $170,000, but it costs you $200,000 to get that degree.
Nailed it. 100%. Yeah, 100% correct. And there's 25 other people knocking on the door who did the same thing.
Right. Mm-hmm. Exactly. Mm-hmm. So again, you got to be the best of the best of the best and hope that you know somebody.
Yeah. And the only people's pay that has went up since then is the government.
No, but like you hear it all the time.
They got raises ever since.
Every year.
Yeah. They get 20% plus inflation.
We get 3%. They get 20
plus inflation.
You know? Why do you think these fucking the judges? Why do you think some bitches work 80 years?
No shit.
They're making bank.
So I was going to bring that up last week. Like we had the big abortion talk when they changed it like a month or two ago. The average age of our Supreme Court, I think there's 8 or 9 of them. The average age is like 68.
It's insane.
One of them's like 78 years old. So you have people that can't even fucking get boners or have kids making all these rules for everybody.
You know why court ends so early? Because they can't drive after dark. Literally. They got to get home.
Yeah, they got bankers hours. Fuck.
I don't want somebody. I want somebody being my judge that was around for the fucking Salem witch trials. Like, what the fuck?
So how do we win though? Because there is.
We don't.
No, but hold on. There is a growth. There is a growth in new millionaires. There is a growth in new billionaires, and I still.
Those people will just become the same people we hate.
No, I understand that, but I want to be the people that everybody hates because I think that that's like, you know, it sucks to say it, but you know, you could blow up a jet ski every day, and that's my fucking dream. I'm just saying
we're never going to stand up against the government.
I don't want to do that. I think we could prosper within this system. So
you have to be able to work. You have to be able to work the system. You have to be able to. You have to know all the loopholes. You have to know, like, if I put my money here, it'll go this far, and they can't tax this way. And that information is not privy to everybody.
No, it's not. But
that's the problem. Like a regular Joe like us, we just got to work.
But
save.
I mean, I know I said that I used to think that people were making excuses, and I've realized that I'm somebody who makes excuses for myself too. I know people that have less experience than me, that are younger than me, that make 4 or 5 times. I know people that are making. I know somebody who made $850,000 2 years ago, and they graduated with me.
It's probably like what I've made after like the last 5 years.
and then this year they were really upset because they only made $360,000. You know, but here's the thing though, is that
I hate it for them.
There's nothing different between me and that person as far as it goes for knowing people. It's just they've educated themselves on how to, you know, attach themselves to a company that offers certain things, take those certain things, make the opportunity with them. I mean, I go over to this person's house and he's got a wall of books that he's read, and every book has come out in the last 3 years. So it's not like he's got, you know, Moby Dick up there. He's reading about everything.
Reading Gary V, how to make $1 million on garage sales.
No, Gary V, okay, you can read his book. It's how to fucking make a TikTok account. It's bullshit.
What the fuck? So who cares about reading though? I think reading is the most overrated fucking thing in the world.
I agree with you, but look at us, right? We both think it's overrated, but we're fucking regular Joes.
I think I'm doing well from where I came from.
No, I agree, of course, but I'm saying, how do
I'm not rich, but I'm not poor.
Okay, but is that a social construct that we think that if you didn't come from much, accomplishing more is success, or is that a way to keep us just slowly growing depending on how disciplined we are?
Yeah, I think you hit a good point also, but I think I'm constantly striving for more, and so are you.
Yeah.
And I think we've gotten further along than what our parents may have been at the time. Like, we've talked about this a million times. Like, I think I'm better off than where my parents were at my age by a long shot, right?
Yeah.
And I would hope my kids will be better off than where I am when they get to and it just keeps going. You can't just it's a
you can't answer the question until you can't answer the question until your kids are older and you look back. It's really, we don't know,
because you're right on one hand that like we should be further along than where we are with how hard we work and the whole nine, right? But on the other hand, you look at like where you come from, how you started. Like when I was 22, 23, 24 years old, like I didn't have shit.
Honestly,
like,
I think we're I don't want to say conditioned. I don't like that word, but I think that we all have this idea that no matter how much we accomplish, once we have accomplished it, it's the new zero. So we always feel like we've not accomplished much. But if you take a step back and look at it, you go, "Oh fuck, look what I came from, and look what I've created." But
but at the same time, what you're saying is because you came from quote unquote humble beginnings and you got to where you are now, you're like, oh, this is success. It's really not. Like you said, you got a friend that's making $850K a year.
Yeah, came from the same thing as me.
Right.
Yeah.
So
it's a mind fuck. You're right. It's an absolute mind fuck. I had a conversation today with somebody, and I have kids, they have kids, and I just said, look, if I won $100 million on the lottery, I said, my kids would never work. And they said, no. Even if I won that, I make my kids work because I want to teach them the lessons of life and yada, yada, yada. And I just said, well, hold on, right? This is an idea that we think that you have to work to understand the true meaning of life or have morals and respect for other people and manners and all that shit. Listen, if you're worth, okay, let's say you're worth $1 billion, right? Your kids don't have to work, but they just have to sustain. Now, you could still teach them every one of your values without them being pieces of shit. You got to know.
I don't agree with that.
No, but like, look, then what you're saying is you came further than your parents, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you came further from your parents. You were probably motivated to do that because of where you came from. So in theory, your kids are going to be less motivated than you are, right? But I don't believe in that theory.
I can tell you it's true right now.
Okay, but
two of them upstairs.
Okay,
right now that are used to living in a fucking subdivision that we live in.
But that's the new
pool,
normal.
with water slides and shit.
Okay,
like
but
that.
that's their new normal.
So they expect all of that.
They can still,
as opposed to saying, and I don't mean to cut you off, but as
Yeah.
opposed to them thinking, I need to fucking work harder when I get older so I can be better than this. They're like, oh, this is fucking normal. Like all I gotta do is this and I'm good. Because they do have it good.
Yeah. But I've heard you say on the show too before that you were like, you'd wake up on Christmas and you wouldn't know that your mom was struggling. Somehow she pulled it off that you got what you wanted type deal.
Yeah.
Right? So let's just say that you're struggling now. Let's say you have all this stuff for your family, but really, you're fucking paying minimum payments for debt. You're struggling. You're freaking out every day. You can never stop working. You're in a job you can never leave because you have to keep going. You hide that from your kids, let's say, and they think that this is the new normal. I don't see why people think that that's a bad thing. Like, if you teach your kids to want to progress from this is your new zero.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you have water slides, you have this, you have that, but that's nothing. You can have, jet skis.
We're poor.
Yeah. You know what I mean though? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so like,
I feel you.
So in my head, and I'm probably way off here, but in my head, I go like, I still think you can give value. I put it this way. I don't understand why a parent would work their ass off to give their kid a better life and then just withhold giving them a better life to teach them a lesson. Just give them that better life and teach them how to withhold that wealth to the next generation and pull them away from the social construct of the idea that you have to suffer to appreciate. You can appreciate without suffering, I believe, because the whole world should be evolving. Nobody should go through what our grandparents went through. Nobody should go through what their parents went through. We should always be increasing.
I feel like you're right in theory, but again, having two kids that are, double digits in age that are used to a certain lifestyle, the appreciation is harder to come by.
Okay, so they're appreciating what you didn't have, right? But to them, it's neutral.
So like, I could and I talk to my kids about this kind of stuff a lot. Like, when I was your age, I had to do this. When I was your age, like, I didn't have this, and your mom didn't either. Like, me and my wife both like came up from shitty situations.
But I'm starting to
right?
think that that's not a good thing to do. I know that's a weird way of thinking about it, because
well, the point to that though is like, you know, you're waking up every day and you're turning the lights on and they're working, right? You're going to the refrigerator 3 or 4 times a day, and there's all your snacks that you want. There's everything you want in there, right? You're clicking on the Wi-Fi. We didn't even have Wi-Fi when I was a kid. Like, everything that you're taking for granted now was something that I cherished at the time.
Oh, I feel you. You're not wrong.
And so the appreciation, like, to them though, it's like we've always had Wi-Fi.
Correct.
Like, the lights have always worked. Like,
So
I've never went to turn the water on and then not been water flowing through the fucking faucet.
So it's like they're zero.
Yeah, but how do they relate to you? I mean, what you're telling them is like the same thing as when our parents said, I used to walk 12 miles to school uphill both ways.
Well, I mean, obviously you can't walk 12 miles uphill both ways. Like, we all know that's fucking fake. But
no, I know that,
but maybe to them, the water not working is fake. They're like, yeah, right. Like, every time I turn the fucking water on.
100%, dude. When they see like, basically, I remember I had this conversation today, and it was like, no, I want my kids to know where I came from. And I said, yeah, I guess that is important for the history of your family. But at the end of the day, why do we have this mentality that they have to know that we had it worse? Why can't we just, you know, have them think that what we've given them is their zero and they have to achieve more, not just appreciate what they have, achieve more.
I don't think it's so much letting them know that we had it worse. I think it's letting them know that they have it better. And I know that sounds like the same thing,
no, it doesn't.
but it's not.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, listen, you worked your ass off so that your kids didn't need to know what that felt like, right?
Right.
That's what motivated you. And I get it. I mean, I do it too. And I get why people want to teach their kids that this isn't normal. Not every kid has this. You should be appreciative of this. But I feel like that lesson falls flat so much.
But then they go to school and they see that every kid has it because they're in a good school. Like, they're not in the school district I was in.
I feel you. I feel you.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's like
it's a mind fuck.
hard.
Yeah.
It's hard. It really is.
And I'm not criticizing because, like, I mean, my kids are younger, and I'm gonna do that too. But I just had this conversation today where I said, hey, if I won $100 million, I would completely change the way that I think. I would teach my kids how to make that $100 million last forever, and to let them know that that's their responsibility. That's what should motivate them. I don't see how. I don't think that money is the only thing that spoils a child.
Oh, no, it's not.
I think it's parents that spoil a child.
Grandparents.
Oh, preach. Preach.
But that's their fucking job.
Where do you think he got the money to build on fucking keyboards from? I ain't give him that. You think $5 a week for fucking sweeping the floor is getting you a fucking keyboard built?
Dude, no. That's impressive, man. You see people going, oh, kids spend too much time on their phones. Kids spend too much time doing this. Bro, we're in a world of technology, right? That's like the same thing as going, you know what? My kid spends too much time in his notebook. My kid spends
too much time reading
or writing. Dude, they're doing it. They're absorbing shit at a fast pace in a world that this is a skill. It's a fucking skill.
Yeah, I feel like basically if you get stuck in your old school ways of why is your kid always on the phone? Why are they always doing this? Why are they always doing something with the TV and blah, 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 you know? Like, your kid's going to get left behind. Well, I don't want my kid to have a cell phone until they're 15. Well, guess what? Your kid's not going to have any friends.
Yeah. He's going to get bullied.
Like, I hate to break it to you. Like, your kids, guess what? Your kid's not going to know how to do certain things because you're not giving them this fucking tool.
That is the social skills right there.
This has got more technology in it than the fucking rocket we sent to the moon when Armstrong was up there. Like, right here, right? So all this technology you're wasting and not giving. Now, how they use it is up to them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But that's what you have to instill in your children. Like, honestly, I hate to boast and be biased, and I'm probably pretty biased. I think that we are one of the better generations in the sense that we existed before and after this huge change in technology.
We know what's great about it and what's bad about it.
Like we know about AOL and we know about Wi-Fi.
And we know about, calling somebody on the phone and not having internet. But
yeah,
the fact that at our age, we're getting older.
You said that. Go ahead.
We're getting older, right? Somehow we're all able to keep up with technology. And people that are 10 years older than us, just 10 years older than us, can't.
Yeah. So the other day I was trying to tell my son and both my kids were sick the past couple of weeks and they missed school. I don't know if your kids' schools do this. So by third period, if they haven't showed up to any class, I get an email.
Okay.
Straight to my cell phone. And they can't run any kind of interference in it. And I was telling my son, I said, yeah, I got an email saying you weren't in class today. And he's like, yeah, I was sick. I was at home. Right. And I didn't know he'd stayed home. And I said, I thought this little motherfucker's skipping school already. And he was like, why would I skip school? Like, where would I go? And I was trying to tell him that I skipped school one time in my life. It was 3 days. And the way I got away with it, there was an automated system that would call your house. So I would log on to AOL, right? Because that would give you a busy signal when you would call my house now, because we only had landlines at the time. I would log on to AOL, I would turn the monitor off, and I would leave the house. So my mom never got that message because we didn't have voicemail set up and call waiting.
Nice.
My mom never got that message, right? I said, you don't even have a choice. You don't have a chance. They emailed me by 8:45 to let me know that you weren't at school. Like the technology difference just in that is crazy.
Yeah, but they'll find ways. You think murder's going to stop? It ain't going to stop. People are still going to get away with murders.
I mean, my kid's also the same kid who hacked into the school system and his friends changed their grades and shit like that. So I think he will find a way if he wanted to.
Jesus.
He's going to be in your email fucking getting the email before you do.
Yeah. Joey DeLorme says I had to get VHS porn back in the day. Kids have it high quality without having to read. Yeah, they don't know fucking right. Cowboys versus 49ers 1995 on the top of the VHS, so nobody watches it, right? You're watching 1 minute, you're watching Stone Cold give a stunner to somebody. The next minute, you've recorded fucking Jill Kelly off of the black box that your dad's got on there, and you're hiding.
Jill Kelly, oh boy, I love it,
buddy. Them things thanging.
All right, we're an hour and 22 in. We have to play this game. We worked too hard not to play it.
Can we talk about the train real quick?
Yeah, I have to pee really bad.
Okay, let's take a break and we'll come back and
we can go long if we have to.
Yeah, we can go long. All right.
Yeah, it's Patreon. We do what we want. It's fucking, they pay for it.
Can I get in my brag about getting a new job? Fuck.
Yeah. No, I'm ready to do all this. I just got to pee really bad. All right, we'll be back.
Count on the band sticking up, no rubber bands picking up. Chain so heavy can pick it up. Came with the gang of Marriott. I see you with hilarious. Where's my roof, mysterious? My work from Fast and Furious. Cutters with yellow interior. I get the calmest period. Covered in ice, Siberia. I'm at the top of the pyramid. Bitch, I'm a star, I'm serious. We come to play it serious. Came with the gang of Marriott. Came with the gang of Marriott. Came with the Motley Crew. Get up, boy. I just forgot where it was. Pour it up, throw it up. Sit up, what? Get up, bitch. Get up, bitch. Get up. Came with a wig split up. I get wig haters. I'ma go get up. Came with an army, yeah. The people around me still the same. We just wanna party, yeah. We rowdy and we never chill. Count on the band sticking up, no rubber bands picking up. Chain so heavy can pick it up. Came with the gang of Marriott. I see you with hilarious. Where's my roof, mysterious? My work from Fast and Furious. Cutters with yellow interior. I get the calmest period. Covered in ice, Siberia. I'm at the top of the pyramid. Bitch, I'm a star, I'm serious. We come to play it serious. Came with the gang of Marriott. Came with the gang of Marriott. Came with the Motley Crew. What you gonna do? I'ma pull up with the crew when I'm off the juice. raindrops, drop top. Smoking on cooking the hot box. Fucking on your bitch, shit, thought. Cooking up dope in the crock pot. We came from nothing to something, bro. I don't trust nobody, grip the Call up the gang and they come for ya. My bitch is bad and bougie. Cooking up dope with Uzi. My hit is a savage, ruthless. We got 30s and 100 rounds too. So my bitch is bad and bougie. Cooking up dope with the Uzi. My hit is a savage, ruthless. We got 30s and 100 rounds too. Willie Well. Rackets on rackets, got backings on backings. I'm riding around in a coupe. I take your bitch right from you. Bitch, I'm a dog. Beat the whole walls lows. Then hop in the frog. I tell that bitch to come for me. Swear all these hitters is under me. They hating the devil, keep jumping me. Bankrolls on me, keep me.
Welcome back to 80 Proof. Episode 8 here on patreon.com/80proof. Welcome J Bomb and Admire. Admire who's got a new job that he wants to talk about.
Dude, I want to do a follow-up, brag a little. So I talked about the other day. I had my interview Tuesday, and it wasn't even really an interview. The lady was like, I know I want you on my team, so I'm not even going to interview anybody else.
Nice.
And she's like, you'll get a job offer soon. And it's a lateral move as far as pay grades go. And in our company, that means you get a 5% raise. That's it. So I wasn't real excited about that, but I would have done it without a raise. And the offer comes, and they gave me a 10% raise.
Ooh.
I got a 10% raise, and I'm going from having 12 people report directly to me to working on my own.
And who do you report to?
Nobody right now. Nobody's in the position. So I actually report to the lady that hired me. She's a director. There's a manager spot open, and then there's me. So I'll report to somebody eventually, but it's like I have nobody under me. I don't have to answer for anybody. It's going to be great.
So you got the job and you were just kind of like...
And he thinks I'm... It's in. Oh my God, it's in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude.
Fuck yeah, bud.
It's fucking odd. Yo, 10% raise in August? It's big.
Yeah. Yeah. So I get a 10% raise for this. In April, I'll get a 5% raise. That's my yearly raise. And the lady that hired me, she said 9 months we'll reevaluate you. And, if you're doing good, then we'll give you a senior title, which is another like 10% raise.
I'm still annoyed that you get all these raises and promotions, and yet like you're not fucking hooking your boy up with a work from home job.
I can get you a work from home job, $17 an hour.
$17 an hour.
Canadian?
That's the best I can do.
$17 an hour to work from home? Who can? Okay, I know we got a lot of shit to talk about left, but who the fuck can live off $17 an hour as a grown up, as an adult?
What does that come out to? Hold on.
It's like $40,000 a year.
Hold on. 17 times.
It's like $38,000 a year.
Is 680.
It's like $38K a year.
680 times, was there 52?
Yeah.
No, there's 56 pays in here.
No, it's 52. It's 52 weeks in a year.
So 52, so it's half of that. Well, let's say it's 52.
52 times 640.
Ooh, 35 G's.
Yeah, it's trash. Who can live off? I mean,
well, listen.
Off,
if you're,
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
some people are doing well living off of that. Like that's the most they've ever made.
You can't. Like if you're a sole provider for a family, you're absolutely fucked.
Yeah.
Like even if you're paying rent, if you're paying like $650 a month in rent, you're pretty much
so fucked. Yeah. And think about this: if you make that, what is it, $34,000? You don't qualify for like government assistance, food stamps, housing, any of that. You make too much money in the United States.
But here's the thing, though, is that
how stupid is that?
Okay, but hold on. If you make $35,000, you're pretty much bringing home like 28. You're barely getting taxed at that margin, at least in Canada. Anything under 40 grand.
$35,000 tax free is not enough.
Well, 35 grand tax free is probably around.
No, I'm saying don't take any taxes out.
Okay, let's say 35 grand cleared here is probably like 60, 58, 59,000. I did the math the other day, dude, and I'm sitting there going, okay, I don't know what the average price of a 2-bedroom apartment is for rent. But around here,
I can tell you it's fucking
Shit, I can
high.
tell you it's about $1,000 a month.
okay, so we're yeah,
That's it. It's way more than that around here.
like we're
A 3-bedroom apartment around
Two
here.
bedroom.
That's in a night. That's in a.
Well,
I'm
fuck,
talking
3-bedroom,
3.
you're getting up 13, 14, 15.
I'm saying
I fucking wish 3-bedroom around here in a nice place, 2,200.
okay, forget a nice place. I'm saying you're in a decent area where there's schools. Your child could go to school, and you're in the worst part of that
Thugs.
little community. It's safe. It's all that kind of stuff. I'm looking at around $1,600 a month.
You're looking at around here about 19 to 22.
Oh, well, okay, so yeah,
Just for the rent.
all right. So let's just say
You could do it for 1,200 if you want your kids to be fucking learning how to shoot dice and sell drugs by third period.
okay. Let's just come up with a number. Let's say $1,500. All right, because we might all live in decent areas. Let's just say a studio in Boston's about $1,400. Let's just shoot for $1,500. You can make it work. 1 bedroom, whatever. You're making it work. At the end of the day, if you're making 35, right? You're clearing 35. You divide that by the 52 weeks. That's $680 a paycheck.
Yeah, and then you have a $200 electric bill. You have $75 internet bill.
That's
Have $60 water bill, $60 sewer bill.
it's $2,700 a month, right? Let's take rent off there, 1,500. You have to survive 4 weeks with $1,222. You haven't paid another bill yet. You're surviving on $305 a week, which is, I don't know what it is in the States, but it's about $300 a week to feed a family of 4 here.
Fuck, I wish.
Groceries are more expensive in the States?
I don't know if they're more expensive, but I can tell you that, like, cooking meals, I mean, every time I go to the store just to buy shit for a meal, it's anywhere from $40 to $60.
Yeah, but that's because you're going out to buy one meal. Let me guess. You're going to buy a box of salad. You're going to buy a baguette. You're going to buy the butter that you have to put on your steak. You're going to buy the steak. Then you're going to buy the spice that you're missing to put on your steak.
And a baguette. Really, Jay?
Well, what's it called in the States?
It's America.
It's called a baguette.
What do you guys call it?
Oh, my God.
Hard fucking.
Super gay.
Oh, my
What do you
God.
guys call like a thing of bread like this long?
Speaking of drops, real quick, one we haven't done in a while.
Adam and Eve, if you're into the sex toys, there's your link, promo code stimulus or promo code erotica.
Erotica. We've never made $1 off of Adam and Eve. We just found out how many. We just found
Maybe
out what
because
kind of dildos y'all
maybe
bought.
Maybe because we stopped fucking promoting it.
Maybe.
We
Anyways, I think we could all agree. This is the first time in my generation where I've really felt a change in the world. Like they always tell you, we sat through swine flu, we sat through H1N1, and it was kind of like, oh, all this stuff happened somewhere else, will never happen to us. COVID hit us. It actually did, right? Then everybody's like, oh, we're going into a recession. That never really hit me. And then now it did.
I still remember the beginning of COVID. I was like, this is America. Like
that don't happen here.
We'll be fine. Like I was so arrogant in like October 2019. I was like, that's way across the sea. Like that should have never happened here. Fast forward like 6 months, the whole goddamn country shut down.
Even though
I have pictures of me in the airport at the beginning of March drinking a Corona, just making fun of it, like, oh, I'm drinking Corona to keep the coronavirus away.
Bro, I had to put on a mask today when I went to my doctor.
Oh, I had to the other day too.
But like,
I still haven't had to wear a mask yet.
I know the restrictions weren't the same for y'all, but I feel like you guys are experiencing the shakeup from COVID the exact same way. Being guys from the West, I mean, the fact that, it's honestly, we're living in an unfucking livable financial crisis, I find.
Dude, between gas and inflation and shit, it really does suck. I mean, I'm feeling it.
Like, what do you guys pay for a pound of butter? Like a brick of butter? Like,
who buys butter by the pound?
Well, how do you buy?
Oh,
butter?
we bought a brick the other day. I think it was $7.
Okay, we're like $16.
Oh fuck.
For a brick like that.
Better start buying fucking olive oil.
I told my wife I said just buy margarine.
Fruit snacks for kids. $5 for a little box, $10 for the big box.
Don't buy fruit snacks. Buy Willy Wallabies. That's what I get. Quick Trip, 99 cents a pack. Willy Wallabies, packs like that big. I'm gonna get some tomorrow. I got a taste for them now.
Even Quick Trip went up. Man, the fucking rollers used to be 2 for $2.
Yeah, they're like 2 for 20, 2 for $2.39 now.
Oh bullshit! Here they're like 2 for $3 something.
Quick Trip expensive as fuck. I'll go in Quick Trip and get like a one of those grilled cheese like chicken bacon ranch sandwiches and a drink. They'll be like $10. I'm like, what did you ring up, sir? It's like, oh, you got the crispy jalapenos. That's the extra fucking nut tickle. So
everything like that. Like I took my daughter shoe shopping the other day. Pair of Vans for a fucking 10-year-old. I let her pick the one she want. Let's go up and pay for it. I expected to hear $60 like all Vans are. Nope, $99.
Oh shit!
It was $89.99 plus tax.
Wow. Okay, that's expensive
for Vans.
Well, look, a piece of advice for you Americans: if you ever come to Canada, I know you all buy like food and shit at your gas stations. Don't think it's the same here. Do not do it.
And gas station foods between Quick Trip and Buc-ee's?
No, we don't have that shit. We don't have it. We don't have it.
Shit.
You will die.
That's fucking prime nutrition.
Do y'all find it fucked up that some shows we can come on here and struggle, and then shows like tonight where we have 1,000 fucking topics, we don't even have to touch them?
I feel like we've talked about this before. I think we put too much emphasis on the topics.
Is it a false sense of security that we have a lot that we okay?
It's a security blanket.
Yeah.
I think it is. I think when we come on here and we don't have many topics, Jay, and I ain't trying to call you.
Oh no,
out.
it's me. I know it's me, dude. I know. No. You don't have to come, dude. That episode last time where it was just me and Admire started. The second you came on, and this is nothing to you, Admire. This is me. I just wanted to fucking end it. I was like, we're doing an hour. That's it. Rucker came on at like 46 minutes. I'm like, we're doing an hour. And when you said we're doing 2, I was like, I'm going to die. I'm going to die.
But Mondays seem to be our best shows when we go in with no topics and we can just fucking riff the whole damn time.
I mean, I feel like we should always have topics just in case. But I feel like the topic shouldn't be a crutch, right? So like, we got like 10 topics in here today.
I haven't even looked.
And we're going to use like 7 of them on Monday because we haven't used them tonight, right?
Yeah.
But I feel like if we don't have topics, we freak out and we kind of like keep reminding ourselves that we don't have topics and we can't just flow naturally. I think the topics are kind of a crutch, if you will. So like we have things to talk about if we don't, but now we're just chilling. But if we came in here with 2 topics, we would automatically run through those topics and then just be like, so we got no more topics.
Well, I would. Honestly, I swear to God, I went and looked at it the other day. If there's not a ticker at the bottom with like, this is the first time we've hit that ticker all the way along the bottom. It's not centered. It's the whole way across.
Mm-hmm.
If I know that it's not like that, you're going to hear me say, so, and then for some reason, I feel like any bit of silence is just devastating.
Again, I ain't trying to call you out.
No. I'm calling myself out, dude. I know it. It's brutal. I don't know how you guys do it. You guys are calm and collected.
The thing is, Jay, when we talked about starting this, it was because we would be on Zoom. There wouldn't be topics in Zoom. Like we'd just be chilling. And in some kind of way along the way, like you got real like radio guy, and you're like, we have to have something to talk, which obviously we do, right? We can't just get on here and bullshit every time. But I find when we have the most topics, we rarely use them. And when we don't have any topics, we harp on not having any topics.
Well, let me share something with you in an intro look into my mind. My entire life outside of this show is based off of facts and concrete thinking. This show is the only creative outlet that I allow my mind to have. And now I've already forgotten what I was going to say. But it's like if I don't remember, but it fucks me up if we don't have topics. It does. It absolutely.
You know what annoys me about this show is throughout the day I can be thinking about a topic, and in my mind it is so like funny and entertaining and makes people think, and I put it in the fucking Discord group chat we got going, and then by the time we bring it up, it's all gone.
Like your thoughts on it,
like the train thing, right?
Oh.
So I was caught by a train today, and some kind of way my mind turned into a pervert, and I thought about a girl getting the train ran on her.
Yeah, of course. That's what I thought when you posted it.
Yeah, and I thought
I was thinking same train.
So this is how my mind works. I was like, a girl getting a train ran on her. I wonder if she's doing it because she just likes getting like fucked by a bunch of people, or if she's doing it just to say she got a train. Like if there's 10 people in the train, and by the time she gets to number 6, she's like, that's enough. Like I'm done. Sorry for you other 4 guys. Like you should have got it at the beginning.
Have you ever ridden a train before?
No.
Admar?
No.
Me neither.
And then I got to thinking, hear me out on this one. What quantifiable number of dicks is a train? And I'll tell you my logic. I was like, 2 dicks is just a threesome.
Well, it depends how the dicks are delivered.
3 dicks is just a foursome. You know how I quantified a train? If there's more dicks than holes, it's a train.
Yeah, but hold on. Let's go back to the beginning here. If there's 2 dudes,
if there's a spare dick, if
there's one guy waiting his turn, you're getting a train ran.
Yes. Okay. So if I walk into the room and I have sex with A, right, and then I leave when I'm done, and then you walk in and have sex with A, that's a train, dude. Just a 2-car train.
That's
yeah,
not a train.
That ain't a threesome. That is not.
No.
Yeah, that's just a back-to-back.
It's not technically a threesome, but it's not a train.
It's closer to a train than it is a threesome.
Not really. I feel like
we didn't do anything together.
Okay, I feel like if all right, say you and Admire are like tag teaming a girl, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I come in, right? Now I'm waiting my turn, but there's a hole available.
Why? There's 3 holes. Yeah, airtight.
Yeah, that's not a train.
That's not a train. We're
right.
We're getting
so
into
if it's
orgy.
just 2 guys coming in one by one, that's not a train either. That's just a girl having sex with 2 dudes.
Back to back?
Yeah.
Why?
I feel like if there's a hole available and there's a guy standing there, it's not a train. If there's a guy standing there like waiting for somebody else to
a proper
that's
train,
a train.
A proper train, from what I've understood, is that there's only 1 man and 1 woman in the room.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Hold on.
No.
Hold on. I'm going to Urban Dictionary for this. We're going to get the official definition.
And the man has to leave the room and another man has to enter for the train to be
It doesn't make it a train just because people are coming in and out.
No.
The train is fucking a bunch of people banging the same person.
Okay, while Aaron looks it up, I did
Can
remember.
a man get a train ran on him by women?
Absolutely.
Okay, then there's only like 1 dick though.
Yeah.
So as long as there's more holes than dicks, that's a train.
Like if you're a stud, okay.
So if you're having a threesome with 2 girls, that's a train. They're running
No,
a train
that's
on
a threesome. But if you're having sex with a girl, right, and she comes and you haven't come yet, and she walks out the door and she goes, "Hey, Lindsay, go in there and fuck Chris." And she comes in and she goes, "Sweet, I heard there's someone to hop on." And she hops on. Man, you're running a 2-person train here. But while he looks up the definition, I remember my thought.
Mm-hmm.
And I was saying that everything else in my life is based off of facts and concrete thinking. This show is the only creative juices I flow. So for some reason, I always feel the vibe. And if I don't feel the vibe, like I'm feeling the vibe tonight, if I don't feel the vibe, forget about it. I'm going to run through 25 fucking subjects in 15 minutes. And it scares me. If I don't feel that other people are feeling the vibe, I'm a disaster. But What's a train, buddy?
All right, let me give you two of them. First one is an activity involving multiple males and one female. The males usually take turns fucking the female and then switch off after they get their nut. So they're talking about guy goes in, nuts, fucks her nuts, leaves, next. This one says a group of guys stand in line outside of a room. One by one, they enter the room and fuck the girl. A train must have at least 7 guys to be qualified.
Jesus.
I know people that have run trains.
Really?
This is a phenomenon that I learned. I think I was about.
But do you know the girl?
I've met the girl. I didn't know the girl, but once I found out about said train story.
This is going to sound very stupid. I would love to interview a woman that's had a train ran on it before and just to get into her mind and find out, like,
I see no shame in it.
No. I'm not saying it's shame, but like, where did life go wrong for you?
No, you know what? I think life went right because if I'm sitting in a bed at some girl's apartment with 7 chicks outside waiting to ride on my cock, I think life went really fucking good for me.
Yeah, but there's a double standard there, right? Like, what's the old saying? Like, if fucking if a guy has, if there's a key that opens every lock, you got a master key. But if the lock lets every key open it, you just got a shitty lock, Yeah,
but honestly, I truly feel like that way of thinking is done.
Oh, I agree too. I think the younger generation, like, women don't give a fuck about how many people they sleep with now.
Yeah,
like,
I don't like.
They like sex, like.
Well, they did back then. They're just more open about it now.
Yeah, right.
But also it's more accepted. There's no stigma. Like back in the day,
yeah.
If you found out that a quiet
you don't get
girl,
a scarlet letter on you now if you're a woman and you're sleeping with a bunch of people.
Dude, I couldn't believe what it would be like to be a girl in high school when I went there. Because you could have been a provocative girl or a popular girl and had sex with one guy. And people would have.
Everybody's telling you.
No, but hold on.
How much of a whore you are.
No. They wouldn't even think of it. But then if you're a quiet girl who's not known to do that kind of thing, has sex with one guy, that girl's like a slut. And it was like.
And the most popular.
Amongst the men, yeah.
Invited to all the parties.
But really, I feel like I've called people sluts and whores, but I've never called them a slut and a whore for being a slut and a whore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Funny how that works.
It's almost like I've used the hard F to make fun of people, but I've never used it to actually define somebody who has sex with penises that has a penis.
Right.
You know what I mean? And yeah, I don't think I've ever insulted somebody for what they actually did. It's just a term. It's like almost a term of endearment in a sense for me.
That's funny thinking about. Now that I think about it, I've never called somebody something that was supposed to be derogatory towards them.
Yeah.
I've only used derogatory words for people that weren't that.
Yeah, like I'll call you a retard, right? I know, not a great word. But I would never call you that for being actually stupid.
Yeah. Huh. That's interesting.
That's why I struggle with things, because I'm like, I would never ever imagine of using.
Actually, I'm not looking at them like that. Cool that you went there, though.
Oh, tell me you said it. I won't say that I've never said it. We've had this
show's over.
Oh, come on, give me a break. National Honky League, motherfucker. No,
nobody cares about that.
I don't honestly. You know what? I'm gonna be real. I don't think anybody has gone through their life without saying every word that exists in their mind. That's silent.
I was trying to think of something funny to say. Damn it.
But we've had this chat before. I mean, come on.
I'm just not going to say anything to let you be more uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's very uncomfortable. Like, okay, phones and relationships, House of Dragons.
We don't have to talk about the TV show stuff tonight. Are we going to play the game or not tonight? Is it too late?
I'm still down. It's up to you guys if you want to keep going. It's probably about a half hour.
All right. real quick on the TV show stuff. House of Dragons is out right now. It's the prequel to Game of Thrones. We've talked about this before. I just don't like how everything's on separate fucking streaming services and all that. And I feel like House of Dragons, like it's when was the last Game of Thrones episode? It was like 4 years ago, right? It's too late. And what makes me think of that is Stranger Things. I just finished Stranger Things, right? The last episode came out like 3 months ago. They're not going to have a new episode until 2024. I don't give a fuck anymore. I don't care. Running up that hill. I don't give a fuck anymore. Fuck them all.
Yeah, but dude, you got to understand this. They've already got you. They don't need you.
No, I'm gone.
Okay, but they already had
have me anymore. You know what's gonna happen?
Had you.
You know what's gonna happen? They're gonna make a new Baywatch or some shit like that, and I'll be on that.
Okay,
I'll be watching fucking Love Is Blind or some shit. I'm not gonna have time for Stranger Things.
September 16th, everybody. Here's the thing, though. Your Netflix account watched season 1 through 4 of Stranger Things.
Mm-hmm.
My Netflix account watched season 1, and then I stopped. Between 3 and 4 was like 3-year wait because of COVID. You know how many people dropped off? But you jumped on. You're the casual. Now you're a regular. They don't need you anymore, man. They already got your numbers. They want the new guys that are going to go, hey, look, season 5 of Stranger Things. Maybe I'll check it out. And they go back and watch 1 to 5.
Why would they check it out in 2024, though?
Well, you checked it out in 2002. The thing came out like 6 years ago, the first one.
Okay. But 2 years in between seasons?
Dude, there was 3 years in between 3 and 4.
When I stopped watching Walking Dead, I was a Walking Dead fanatic. You know when I stopped watching Walking Dead? The second time that they started doing mid-season finales.
Mm-hmm.
They would play 8 episodes, and then they would go on break for like 6 months. They lost me.
Did you watch Walking Dead,
I
Emma?
Fuck anymore.
Nope.
No? Do you watch anything?
I haven't watched Walking Dead since Rick died, and that was the thing I was the most excited about. I was waving the flag. Rick needs to die. Shane should have lived.
Mm-hmm.
That was my thing. I thought Shane was way better. Rick finally died. I quit watching. You know why? Because he died on the episode they went to a fucking mid-season finale, and I was done with it.
All I'm saying is that Stranger Things 4 came out. You never watched 1. You'd given it a shot, but you didn't like it. 4 came out. I don't know what made you go back to 1 to start watching it, but you loved it. And that's all that matters to the guys making the show. They don't care if the heart... It's like wrestling, bro. It's like wrestling. They don't give a shit about the hardcores. They want, people who know who Logan Paul is to tune into WrestleMania. Same shit with Netflix, man.
Let's play this game.
Gonna do it? Anybody
do
need
it live.
Do we have anybody here to watch it?
Yeah, we got 7 viewers. Anybody need a break before we go?
I see 8 people watching in mine.
Anybody need a drink or we're good to go?
I need a drink.
Take a short break.
Take a short break. We'll take a short break, a half a song. We'll come back. We're doing top 32 celebrity glow downs.
The biggest game we've ever done.
We'll explain the rules when we get back.
Fate, don't fail me now. Oh, take me to the finish line. Oh, my heart, it breaks every step that I take. But I'm hoping at the gates they'll tell me that you're mine. Walking through the city streets. Is it by mistake or design? I feel so alone on a Friday night. Can you make it feel like home if I tell you you're mine? It's like I told you, honey. Don't make me sad, don't make me cry. Sometimes love is not enough and the road gets tough. I don't know why. Keep making me laugh. Let's go get high. The road is long, we carry on. Try to have fun in heart in the pouring rain. You like your girls insane. Choose your last words. This is the last time.
All right.
Born to fly.
All right, so Admire came up with a idea on last Patreon about doing a bracket about celebrities that fell from grace. So here's the thing. Usually we vote for our favorite. In this situation, you're voting for who had the biggest fall, pretty much. Aaron, you got the bracket ready?
I do have the bracket ready. I am ready. I want to make sure that everybody's here. I hate the fucking chat on YouTube.
It's horrible. I wrote it out, but let's start it off. We gotta do this anyways. What's the first matchup?
We have Michael Jackson going against Little Kim.
Little Kim sucks.
Who had the biggest fall here?
Michael Jackson was still the man when he died. Lil' Kim, not so much. She looks like a overweight China doll. Not tattooed China doll, but like an actual China doll.
That's true, because I was leaning toward Michael Jackson because it's a bigger change, it's a bigger transformation. But
he had vitiligo.
Did he?
Yeah. And
Really?
Pepsi Cola burned him up.
I'm leaning towards Lil' Kim. I'm convinced by Robert.
I gotta go Little Kim.
All right. Lil' Kim advances. We say bye.
We can't take this long on all of them, though. There's 32 of them.
Well,
or there's
some are
16 of them. 16
Some are going to cause a lot of good conversation. I'm warning you. Next up, we have Aaron Carter against Tara Reid.
I mean, Tara Reid was in fucking Sharknado.
Yeah, but she
Aaron
looked
Carter
like
looks like he was in jail.
He was in jail in that picture. He's also since this jail picture, he's added a face tattoo.
Also,
Plenty.
I never thought Tara Reid was like as awesome as everybody else.
Bro,
did,
Tara Reid in American Pie 1 was like
it.
In 1999, that was the primo jerk off material.
She wasn't. No, Shannon Elizabeth was way better than her.
She was way hotter than Shannon Elizabeth.
No
You're
way.
smoking drugs.
No, you're wrong.
Why? Because she was blonde. She had no body. She was not cute. Like
I
Shannon
get it.
Elizabeth, and Shannon Elizabeth was a grown woman.
Dude, I literally watched the entire American Pie trilogy or whatever you want to call it like a week and a half ago. And I will agree, Shannon Elizabeth is the hottest. But when I watched this in 1999, Tara Reid was the star.
The only thing about her was her voice.
What was wrong with her voice?
That was the only good thing about her. That little raspy voice she had, that was
okay.
great.
Okay, I'm with you there.
The rest of it
Kevin,
was trash.
did we get into college? It was horrible.
Okay, so I'm going to go the biggest downfall here is Aaron Carter because there was a TikTok this week. He actually had a concert that people bought tickets to, but he only sold like 9 tickets, and he really did a concert for 9 people.
I'm going to go Aaron Carter.
Tara Reid could probably still get work.
I feel, well, she does.
From Jay.
Me too.
I mean, I think we would all bang herself. All right, we're going to go with Aaron Carter sticking around. Tara Reid, you gone.
Coming up next, Kirstie Alley of Look Who's Talking fame and Axl Rose.
Look Who's Talking fame. You forget about Cheers?
Cheers. That's all I know her from is Cheers and Look Who's Talking.
But Cheers, I feel like is still a little bit before our time.
I watched Cheers as a kid, like every night.
Well, you're for
Can you
Cheers,
actually name anything else she was in?
Cheers and Night Court were my 2 shows I watched as a kid. Did you ever watch Night Court?
No.
Oh yeah, with Bull.
Yeah, Bull was the guy. Kirstie Alley was in Look Who's Talking. She was in Cheers. She was banging Jamie Foxx at one point.
Bro, she was A-list.
She was
A-list.
She looks like Linda What's-Her-Nuts that was in the Terminator movies.
Who's the guy on the right?
Axl Rose.
Axl Rose, Guns N' Roses.
I have no idea who that is.
I feel like, you know what? Here's the thing. Upon doing this, we've realized that Kirstie Alley has a before, after, and then another after. She's lost the weight. She's looking pretty good now. So that's why I have to give it to Axl Rose because he just looks like a sack of shit.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at
I thought
Axl
it was
Rose
Chris
there,
Jericho on the right.
he looks like a badass butcher.
Fuck, we should have put fucking Jericho in here. I'm gonna go with Axl Rose.
Same.
I agree.
All right, Chrissy Alley.
Coming up next, we have Mickey Rourke and Lindsay Lohan.
Mickey Rourke. Like, I don't know what he was popular for before this, but I remember seeing him in The Wrestler, and I was like, "Your face is just stupid."
He looked like shit during The Wrestler. He looked like shit in Spun. But back in the 80s, he was in Harley Davidson and the Marlboro Man. And he used to be, the good looking Hollywood guy, as you can see on the left there.
Yeah, he was like B plus A minus actor.
That's not even a good after picture, because there's some that he looks like Axl Rose. And me and Jay agreed, he looks like a fucking lesbian gym teacher now.
Yeah, Lindsay Lohan will always have like a special place with me. Like, I always like Lindsay Lohan.
Me too,
and vote bad against her.
And Lindsay had everything at her feet. She had a singing career started. She
couldn't sing.
Doesn't matter, dude. Could Hillary Duff sing?
Yeah.
No.
Yes, she could.
Well,
hey, Lindsay Lohan had a good song called Rumors.
Yeah, it was good. All right, Lindsay or Mickey? I'm going with Lindsay.
I'm going Mickey.
Hold on. I'm going Mickey Rourke on this. I refuse to. By the way, Hillary Duff, let the rain fall down, chase my dream.
Okay, hold on.
Shit. How dare you?
You know what you're voting for, though, right?
Yeah, I'm voting that he was the biggest fall off.
Really? All right.
Yeah, Mickey Rourke.
All right,
Yeah.
Lindsay, you're gone.
She's safe.
Next one.
You don't want to win this. That's the point.
Yeah, you don't want to win this. Next one, we have Sean Weiss and John Travolta. Sean Weiss, if you don't know, was the goalie Goldberg in the Mighty Ducks. He was also in a couple of the camp movies, the Fat Camp movie with Ben Stiller.
Camp Nowhere, I think it was.
No,
in.
one Camp Nowhere.
No?
It was Heavyweights.
All right. And John Travolta, we know him from Admire's favorite movie, a
Grease.
bunch of gay dudes dancing at the diner. But
I'm gonna go John Travolta. Look at that hairline.
That's spray on.
Clearly he's had some troubles. I have no idea who the guy on the left is, so how could he fall
You never
off?
seen Mighty Ducks?
Yeah, but I don't know who that guy is.
Who's a goalie?
Goldberg?
Goldberg.
But look at his pictures on the right.
Yeah. Well, he fell
Look at his
quite
picture
hard.
on the left. That's where you would remember him.
I don't remember that guy. He was a non-character. He was a non-factor in Mighty Ducks for me.
Whatever.
It was all about Emilio Estevez.
I'm going with Sean Weiss.
I'm going with Sean Weiss.
I'm
All
going
right.
Travolta.
Travolta's done. See ya.
Next up, we have Kathleen Turner. She was a big movie star in the 80s, 90s, and 2000s. And we have Kelly Clarkson.
No, there's no way Kelly Clarkson wins. Kelly Clarkson has a talk show. She took over for Ellen. Like,
Yeah.
she didn't fall off. She just got fat.
Well,
Yeah,
we're not talking about
looks.
success.
What are you talking about?
Hotness.
Just looks like
I still think the other chick wins, Kathleen Turner. I mean,
Oh, there was a bigger fall off for Kathleen Turner. I will agree for that.
You
I
can
mean,
see
Kelly
fucking-
Clarkson is still
you
very
can
pretty.
See, three
Yeah.
or four Jack and Cokes. You look at the end of
Yeah.
the bar, and Kelly Clarkson's down there. And you're like,
Yeah, you're like, yo, man, Kelly Clarkson, great singer. She probably had a couple kids, but Kathleen Turner. Kathleen Turner. I don't know if you know this, but she was in Californication. She's been in a couple of more recent things where she's played like a MILF, but she's not a MILF. But everybody thinks she's a MILF.
Mom might like to forget about.
Exactly. So we're gonna go with Kathleen Turner here.
we're going Kathleen Turner here.
All right, Kelly, you survived. Congratulations.
Coming up next, we have Matthew Perry of Friends fame.
Oh my god!
And we
When
have
it hasn't
Vince
been
Neil.
your day, your week, your month, or even your year. Look at this guy.
Well, look at Vince Neil.
This should have been the finals.
Oh,
my God.
and the thing is, these ain't even the worst. We have some bad
Oh,
ones
there's worse
coming up.
ones. Yeah.
I'm going with Matthew Perry on this one.
I'm
Vince
going
Neil's
with
still a rock guy though. Like, he looks like a rock guy. Matthew Perry looks like He does not look like a motherfucker who's making $1 million an episode.
Dude, you took the words out of my mouth. I was going to say the same thing. He does not look like somebody who was as successful as somebody who would make $1 million a week.
He looks like Ricky Gervais.
Ish.
I go Matthew Perry.
Like I think Vince Neil looks worse than old versus new Matthew, but I'm taking success into consideration, and I have to go.
Could
with
I
Matthew Perry.
be any more of a fuck up? That's a funny joke.
you know, to what Jay just said, rockers, some of them are just, meant to fucking burn out and fade away.
Yeah.
And that's what Vince did. So you kind of expect it.
Yeah.
Motherfucker went from Dolph Lundgren to Meatloaf.
So Matthew Perry continues on.
Yeah.
Matthew Perry continues on.
All right.
Now, Rucker, you're going to like this next one. We have Sammy Sosa.
Oh my God. That's not Sammy
against
Sosa.
Val Kilmer.
Clearly, Sammy Sosa wins this one. Like, look at him. He went from a Dominican home run king to fucking, I don't even know what that is.
To a
there.
chick off Showgirls.
Like, for this matchup, for Sammy to take this matchup, and I agree with you, it is Sammy. But to go after a guy who's literally has a documentary on Netflix and on Amazon Prime about his fall off, the fact that Sammy could still beat him for just somehow shape-shifting into a completely different being, it goes a long way. I got to go with Sammy on this.
Yeah, Sammy Sosa. What the fuck, bud?
Does he have the same thing that Michael Jackson had?
Yeah, money.
See you later, Val Kilmer. All right. What do we got next?
We're going up to the other side of the bracket. One of my favorite actors of all time, Edward Furlong, against the Olsen twins. Rucker, do you know Edward Furlong that we have there?
No idea who that is.
Terminator 2. He was in American History X, Pet Cemetery 2.
He was like beloved.
Kind of a teen heartthrob in the early 90s.
The Olsen twins win this because they both look like Skeletor now. And I remember for like a good year and a half, every kid my age like wanted to bang them when they got older.
It was very tough to find a picture. That's why I could only find it of one of them, because I wasn't sure if EJ was going to be present. And I know what happened last time when we talked about girls that were underage when we thought they were hot. They were, but here you go. I have to agree. Furlong looks like absolute trash, but the fact that the Olsen twins were literally the epitome of everything that was going on in the 90s.
Yeah, they peaked up here and Furlong peaked down here, so that fall is much greater for the Olsen twins.
JP, the final round is before and after pics of you three. Jay's hairline is a lot lower in the OG pick. All right, cool. Thanks, Jesus.
He said your forehead was smaller in the original pick.
Whatever. Furlong's down. The Olsen twins survive.
Next up, we have Lark Voorhees, who is Lisa Turtle from Saved by the Bell. And we have Prince William of fucking Rottingham or whatever.
Oh, Prince William. Look, Lark Voorhees just looks like she wore sunglasses while she was tanning. That's the only thing wrong with that picture on her right.
What?
You kidding me? She just got older. That's it.
And
Asian. She got a bad. She's like she got a bad tan.
An Asian.
Dude.
Nah, I just think she looks like she got older.
Dude, look at the surgery.
I don't
she's
see
had.
that as so much of a bad fall off as the guy on the right.
Well, no, I agree.
He's a prince.
Dude, Prince
Okay.
William was.
He's a fucking prince. Like, and he looks like a jester.
Prince William was the heartthrob of a nation for a long time. But I will say, Voorhees, the surgery is bad. Way hotter when she was younger and more natural.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, dude, and How High? She was so hot.
Right.
So we're going.
And girls like that only know 3 words: no, don't, and stop. You said it wrong in the wrong order. To me, they say no, don't stop. It's a How High quote, Jay. You wouldn't know.
I wouldn't know. Prince William moves on. What do we have next?
Coming up next, we have the great Amanda Bynes. She was a great train wreck to follow on Instagram. And Chrissy Teigen. Amanda Bynes got a face tattoo. That pretty much solidifies your downfall.
I I just don't like Chrissy Teigen. So
dude, I don't fucking like Chrissy Teigen either. And to be honest with you, when we were putting this together, I was like, we need to put one in here that's really going to piss off Chris. Because you kind of had this thing with hitting our brackets. We thought it was going to be Chrissy Teigen, but the fact that you said I really don't fucking like Chrissy Teigen. Look how fucking beautiful, though, she was in 2014. Before she opened her mouth and got...
The fact that John Legend wasted fucking... what's the song? All of Me on her. Mm-hmm. Like, clearly he wasn't talking about her. He was talking about his ex. Because Chrissy Teigen's trash.
Can anybody tell me what's wrong with her? Like, I really don't know.
Her personality.
Chrissy Teigen is the worst human being I think that exists in Hollywood right now. Well, she's up there. I just hate her.
Yeah, I don't know shit about her, so I have no idea.
She just seems extremely annoying. And honestly, 2014, that's like the girl next door. And then 2022 is like, that bitch is going to tell you, we're leaving the party now, and if you still want to stay, that's fine. And you know what that means. But Amanda Bynes is like ultimate. This is a tough matchup.
Amanda Bynes, though, like, I remember she was such like the Hollywood sweetheart. Like, she was just and then she just went crazy.
She went crazy, like, posting something about she wanted to fuck Drake. Like, all kinds of shit.
I mean, don't we all? Like, come on.
I got to go with Teigen because of how much I hate her.
Yeah, I don't like Chrissy Teigen.
Well, I'm glad you guys overrule that because I don't know nothing about her.
So Bynes is gone. Teigen moves on.
Besides the face tattoo, Amanda Bynes didn't look that bad in her after picture.
Yeah, but she's had some middle.
That was a decent picture of her, to be honest.
Yeah, but we're not talking about her mentality.
We got a good matchup here. We got a good one. We have Brendan Fraser against Courtney Cox.
Brendan Fraser.
He
went from Tarzan to Paul Heyman. It's Brendan Fraser.
He does look like Paul Heyman.
I agree, but I will say this. There was a point in my life, I think I was in 6th or 7th grade.
You're full of shit.
That once I learned what masturbation was, and I was literally depressed because I knew that there was no opportunity to ever have sex with Courtney Cox. And Courtney Cox on the left right there,
that was your girl?
Bro, this was my girl. Like, you wouldn't fucking... And not just her, Monica Geller. Like,
so there was one season of Friends where I was like, damn, Monica. Mm-hmm. Just one though. Like, I can't remember. I can't tell you what season it was, but I remember because we used to watch Friends all the time.
It's 1 or 2 because after that she chopped her hair.
No, it was way later than that. It was.
You know what I thought?
It was definitely once her and Chandler got together.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was when she got a little older. She put a little meat on. Like at the beginning, I was like, well, she's way out of place. Like Rachel and Phoebe look way better than her.
Like, I get it. Brendan Fraser fell a lot harder, but it's just such a shame that I don't. Not only do I not get to have sex with Courtney Cox, but I will never see what she would look like naturally growing up. So I'm just depressed all over again.
She looks like she's wearing a mask in the right picture.
Yeah. God, she was good in Ace Ventura when she was getting banged.
Oh yeah. That.
Like, I can't. I jerk off to that song still. Courtney Cox is gone.
The first Scream movies. Oh my god. When she was Gail Weathers.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, we have one of our favorite people. We have Britney Spears against Shawn Michaels, the Heartbreak Kid.
Oh my god, Shawn Michaels. So Shawn Michaels, a piece of shit.
I couldn't even find a bad enough one to convince everybody of this, but 100% Shawn Michaels. Britney Spears is still hot. We all agree? The crazy
Shawn Michaels blocked me on Twitter, so fuck him. Get mad.
I mean, okay, the way to look at this is we can talk openly about them. There's still people our age that want to fuck Britney Spears, but everybody who used to want to fuck Shawn Michaels don't want to anymore.
Even Dez said he doesn't want to have sex with him anymore.
Wow.
Yeah. So Spears gets the kick. HBK
She's gone. Next round, Shawn Michaels moves on. Next up, we have Jennifer Coolidge. You might know her as Stifler's mom.
Oh, she doesn't look bad.
Against Delonte West of NBA fame.
Oh, that's fucked up. Because that's not a physical thing. That's a mental health thing. Like he's literally fucking crazy and homeless now.
All right.
But it's a fall.
Hold on. Let's do Coolidge. It is a fall. But
we did have a backup. You could throw in Steven Seagal.
I don't have him.
Oh, Steven Seagal, 100%.
But I could do.
Have you seen any of his latest movies? That fucking slow motion karate he's doing. He can't get his foot off the ground anymore.
Oh, you're moving her up?
Who's that? Tila Tequila?
Okay, hold on.
Is that Tila Tequila?
That is Tila Tequila.
Let's do this.
No way. I still would.
No, dude. No way. No fucking way, bro. No, not this version. No.
Both of those.
No, dude.
All right.
No.
So we're doing Stifler's mom against Demi Lovato.
Both of them.
Dude, listen. Okay. I will no longer do this podcast. If you don't think Demi's fall is worthy to at least go to second round. Dude, look at the left. Look at that thing. Dude, honestly.
But that was never her. Like, she was like that for like a year. Like, if you look at Demi Lovato's pictures, the one on the left was never her, really. Like, she was like that for a year.
Did it exist?
That is not even the Demi Lovato like that I liked. The one on the left.
Hold on.
The one on the right, I don't even recognize her. But the one on the left is not the one I like. I like 2014 to 2019 Demi Lovato.
Okay. 2014. Hold on. Dude, I don't think she was 18 in 2014, man.
I just threw a date out there. Calm down.
All right, let's go 2016. Let's go 2016. Hold on.
How old is Demi Lovato? 2018 to 2020. How about that?
2018.
When did that fucking Tell Me You Love Me song come out? Or Cool for the Summer?
That's Cool for the Summer on the left.
Nah.
Yes, it is.
I don't remember looking like that.
All right, hold on.
She was always thicker than that.
Oh,
and either way it goes, I'm not picking Demi Lovato. I don't think she fell off that much.
I'm picking Demi Lovato.
I'm picking Demi Lovato. Because if you think about their ceilings and then how far they fell.
Okay, but if you look at the chick on the left's right picture and Demi Lovato's right picture, you still would.
Fair point. Somebody in the chat chime in on that one.
We gotta have a tiebreaker.
I
Admire can't pick. Oh my goodness.
Jay, can you zoom in on that? I can't really tell what that is.
It's Cool for the Summer.
Can you zoom in any further?
Oh my God, Admire.
Whoa. All right, yep, I'm going with the other bitch.
What do you mean?
You should have went to Celeb Jihad, Jay.
Dude, what is wrong with you? This is more proof that Demi has fallen more than her.
No, because on the right, you still would.
Rucker made a good point.
No, that's not now. Hold on. Demi Lovato, 2022. Let's go. Here we go. Hold on. Let me pull it.
Yeah, still would. Now look up
more than that.
Look up Jennifer Coolidge today.
Look at me. Blow me up right now. That's the latest on her Instagram.
I can't. I gotta pee though. Hold on. Talk amongst yourself.
The guy with control goes away.
Demi Lovato's not losing this one. I'm sorry.
No, you made a good point. You know, would you still? If he wants to prove the point, her downfall's bigger. Let's look at the other lady today because that picture is probably like 20.
Oh, Admire, you're not on Instagram. Log into 80 Proof real quick. I just sent you the picture I was trying to show of Demi Lovato 4 days ago.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, exactly. Jay just doesn't like her.
All right, so we're taking Coolidge over her.
You pissed that quick.
Yeah, I'm not gay. We're
He
taking
didn't wash his
Coolidge over her.
hands. He didn't wash his hands.
Really?
Can you show me a picture of Coolidge today?
Yeah, because we just saw a picture of Demi Lovato 4 days ago, and
She's back.
like she never left.
Is Coolidge even still alive?
I mean, for older Stifler's mom.
I mean, this versus that.
No, definitely Demi Lovato still.
Oh my god, you're so fucking gay.
Jennifer Coolidge is that.
Jennifer Coolidge moves on.
Oh my god.
So what are you gonna do since you moved Demi up? We're gonna have an open spot.
We're just gonna knock off somebody from the other side. Fuck it.
You want to knock out? Let's take Leo out. We had a hard time with Leo. Let's take Leo out.
Who?
No, we didn't. No. Let's just we're gonna look. This is the honorable
We
mention.
can continue the game next week.
No, look.
To be continued.
Tila Tequila. We're gonna knock her out.
That's not Tila Tequila on the right.
Yes,
I don't
it
give a
is.
fuck.
100%.
No, it's not.
Yeah, 100%.
That is not Tila Tequila
It's her.
on the right. No, it's not.
She gets eliminated. We have another round. Hold on.
That is not Tila Tequila.
What's the next bracket?
The next bracket is Haley Joel Osment against Leonardo DiCaprio.
Leo doesn't look that bad.
That's why I was saying take Leo out of the contest. It would have been Haley
That's
Joel
not
Osment
even fair.
against
Like he
Tila
just
Tequila.
looks like a distinguished older guy.
Well, then Haley's gonna win it, right?
Has to.
His name's Haley and he's a guy. So
Leo's gone. Haley sticks around. Let's go to round 2, baby.
no, we finish this up next week on Patreon. It's getting late early.
You want to do it?
Yeah.
All right, we'll do it.
Yeah, let's call it.
All right.
Nobody's participating anyway.
It's because they hate us now.
Who does?
Everybody.
Why? Oh, so there's gonna be no Zoom tonight? Everybody's hating us now?
No, I'll zoom.
It'll be us 3.
Nah, I think there's more people.
It still tells me there's 7 in here.
Yeah, Karen last week said that on her phone she can't participate in the chat and watch at the same time when it's on Patreon.
They have to
And I
click
think
on the YouTube link. That's why.
Somebody else said that too. I think it was Sheena that said it also.
Well, look,
Sheena's technologically challenged.
I will re-explain to everybody how to do it next week. Actually, next
right.
week I'm not. Oh, I'm not here on Monday next week. I'm here Thursday.
That's fine. We can do Monday without you because I know how to Twitch.
All right.
Just add Myron Rucker on Monday.
Uh-oh, the boys.
We're gonna talk so much fucking shit about you, Jay.
You didn't even mention my awesome haircut. So I don't
Catherine,
feel
are you
like
still in here? If Catherine's in here, I need you to send me the most unflattering pictures of your husband to use in his window on Monday when we stream.
Look how good of a job this asshole did on my beard. It looks like I have a beard now.
Congrats.
Fuck you. All right.
I'm not gonna make fun of you.
Oh,
Is that
was
what
it
you wanted?
Was it Aria?
Yeah, it was Aria.
Did you want me to make fun of you?
No, but you could make a comment. I have a new haircut.
Congrats.
I think it looks pretty fucking fly.
For a white guy. That's a song.
Where'd your beard go?
Why'd you do that? Emma, leave that boy alone.
It's thin. Do you know what it's like to be short, fat, without a beard?
Beer?
First pumpkin beer of the season.
Oh, fuck.
We're gonna
It's
post.
It's from last season, actually.
Oh,
Probably
fuck.
not-
It's
probably
a
not
year
even
old?
good anymore. Yeah, it's probably not even good anymore.
We'll
go ahead,
post a
Jay.
Zoom in the Discord. Fuck you all. I'm not here Monday. I'll be back next Thursday. It was fun. We'll continue the rest of the game when people are participating.
I feel like this has been a good week for us on 80 Proof. So thank you everybody for watching. Shout out to Yanks for the new sub on Patreon. My guy. Admire Jay. I'm Rucker. This has been 80 Proof on Patreon. Peace.